Hello, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Podcast. I'm Kyle Oliver.
And I'm Matt Carter.
Oh.
Da-na-na-na.
Okay. We're trying that out.
Yeah.
What's funny is if it doesn't work, then we're talking about something that's not happening.
I guess that would be completely okay.
But this episode, we're going to try out having like a screen capture of what we're looking at while we're talking.
Yes, there will
For
be
the YouTube
a kind
portion.
of YouTube video.
Yes.
Everything else will be audio podcasts. We'll just talk like we normally talk. But then all that random stuff that we do where we look at stuff and it's really silent and awkward.
It'll be supplemented.
Yeah.
Unless you're on iTunes like normally, it'll just be the same for you as it always has been.
Yeah.
But we're just trying an additional thing for the YouTube listen watchers.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, you'll get what you normally get, which is just a picture of Moki Moki that you might not even look at anyway.
Yeah, if you're on iTunes.
Yeah.
But this week is Secrets of Eternity. That's what we're talking about. The next pack, which the pre-release is this Saturday.
Which, wasn't there a pre-release like 3 weeks ago?
Months?
Was it 3 months? There's no
Pack
way.
every 3 months.
There's no way it's been 3 months.
Did you go to the last one?
No, I didn't. I remember being like, too bad. Don't care.
Yeah. I mean,
that's interesting. That was a weird Saturday. Okay. Well, yeah, so Secrets of Eternity, I guess it's this Saturday.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm off
And
this Saturday.
I work in the morning.
Mm.
But I don't know if I'm going to go at the night.
Mm.
That's a Seahawks game, by the way, and we live in Seattle area.
Yes.
Oh. And we will be playing against the Panthers.
Something like that. I don't
in the playoffs. So if you're in the past somehow, that doesn't make any sense. If you're in the future and you listen to this and this has already happened, you can laugh at us for Seahawks losing, or be like, they don't know they've won yet.
Oh, yeah.
But, so with playoffs, we are Seahawks fans, and apparently people don't like the Seahawks. That's all I know. Other than us.
They probably don't like,
the nature of our team.
They probably don't like Richard Sherman.
I love Richard Sherman.
I know.
So everybody here loves Richard Sherman.
He's awesome, and he loves people, and he's a character, but everybody else is like, oh, he's so disrespectful. Oh, the guy, he has such an attitude. He's not, I doubt he's that kind of person all the time. He's a football player, and football players.
Our team just gets riled up, man.
Yeah.
And
or not riled up with Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
How he just sat there and he was like, yeah.
I love it's I was watching one. I don't remember exactly which game it was. One of their last games because we just watched the games because we're from Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And was it the other team scores a touchdown and their guy does some booty shaking and hip pelvic thrusting for touchdown, and then on our next drive, Marshawn runs it in, and then he does a firm handshake to everybody on the Seahawks team. I was like, that's so manly. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's that disrespects everybody else's dances after getting a touchdown.
Which is ironic. Oh, Marshawn Lynch did that, right?
Yeah, not counting the time he did the crotch grab, which cost him thousands of dollars.
Which is so out of character for what I've come to understand of Marshawn Lynch. I don't really watch football that much.
He did a beast quake, as they call it. It was a bajillion yards. He just broke a bunch of tackles and ran the entire field. we were at the Christmas party at my house, and we were just playing a game, and we had just got the ball, so we were at the back of the field of the other team's side of the field, and then he just ran a touchdown, and we're all of a sudden well, this play is still going, and we're yeah, and then he does the crotch grab for $1,000.
He was feeling himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. He'd be that awesome.
He kind of destroyed people.
Yeah.
But why are we talking about that?
Because that's the day that the pre-release
The pre-release, yes. And I don't know, because I work in the morning till 4 o'clock. Potentially longer since there's a game at 5 o'clock. I believe it's at 5 o'clock our time, something like that. And then, if it's going to be at 5, that means people are going to come in around 4.
Yeah.
And if that's when I'm supposed to get off, that might not be when I get off.
That makes sense.
So, there's that. But, and then I don't know if I'll just go to Phoenix. I just might go home and watch the game.
It's an advertisement.
So then I'll just probably end up going and, snagging my pre-release on Sunday.
That makes sense. Would you go both days?
Sometimes I do. I don't know if I care about this pack. Spoiler alert, I don't really care about anything in this pack. I do, but I don't know if I do anymore. The reason why, because they started revealing rarities, and then basically it's another spoiler. This pack is pretty much terrible. There's nothing good in this pack. So like anything with any semblance of usability was bumped to like ultra rare.
Oh, gross.
So it's like if you want it, it's ultra rare. Like even if it's not that good. That's how I felt about this pack. I was like, and he's got it up on the screen right there.
Yep. So you said something that is interesting, which is this pack has really bad rarities. And I want to see what the rarities split for.
I'm not saying that this one. It's always the same split.
I just figured that they would screw people over. The OCG is 6, 10, 20, 54, and we don't have the TCG breakdown yet. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure it's probably the same. I never looked.
We have secret rares. So ours is always a little different. Secret and ultimate. But ultimates are just variants of others. It's probably the 8, 10, 14, 20, 48.
Yeah.
Less commons. I don't know if that matters. But so this is it's loaded with archetypes. And and they changed the names of things, like Jinzo-jector.
Jinzo-jector? That's a terrible name.
I know. It was Jacker. Why didn't they just do Jacker?
Oh, because a Jector is not a jester, okay? So I don't know. I mean, maybe Jecht is something? Maybe he looks like a Final Fantasy character.
I need to get some German ones. Get Jinzo Hacker.
Oh, Jinzo Hacker would be cool. Why didn't we get that? What is Jector?
Jector. It's like, the Japanese translated version is Psycho Jacker. Android Psycho Jacker.
Oh, so it's...
Because Jinzo just means Android, right?
Does it?
I think so.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Jinzo Ninjin, Psycho Jacka. Yeah, Jinzo is just like Android.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a like robotic human person. Android. Yeah, that makes sense. That's crazy.
Psycho Jacka.
But we just get some dumb JJ name.
Jinzo Jector.
Jinzo
Jector. Jector. It sounds like eject. Or like vector.
Yeah, it does sound like vector.
Words that don't seem relevant.
Okay. And this card is wanting tribute, add a Jinzo monster from your deck to your hand, then reveal. Okay, yeah. And then you can do something.
We'll read it like an age ago in a podcast. I'm going to take off my coat real quick. Get a little tennis there.
And if there are any trap cards revealed, you can special summon any number of Jinzo monsters from your hand up to the number of trap cards revealed. Okay, so this just lets you summon Jinzos.
It summons Jinzos, yeah. It's like meh. Once again, it's usable and it is super rare. So
it's super rare.
Yeah.
Ew.
So usable cards are rare.
Ew, that's not worth being super rare. I don't care that much.
I don't care about it at all. I mean, it's going to be like $1.
Well, maybe summoning Jinzo is going to be really good because it'll easily you'll just instantly, through resolution of an effect, start blocking traps.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Is it a psychic monster?
It's a machine.
Is it just a machine?
You want it to be a machine. Because it fulfills the Black Salvo, that's the point.
Oh.
So it's trying to do a lot of things.
Okay, that's cool. Cool? Alright. That's something.
That's something. What else? There's even, bad supers, too, so it's kind of silly. Every Clifford is a super or higher. And I was like, oh, Infernoids, maybe I'll get those. They're just going to be, nothing rares. But then, they just made one a super, one an ultra, and their boss monster, which is terrible, so I don't really care, as a secret / ultimate. It's going to be I'm guessing it's going to be one of those, $5. Eventually, I mean, nothing starts like that.
Just the not good secrets that nobody cares
it's a
about.
bad secret, which sucks. Bad secrets also suck, because that means if you get a box, you can get a bad secret.
Do we know what the Mega Monarch monster is?
It's Caius.
Is it?
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's an ultra. It's. I don't know. We'll talk about
it. Is it a TCG card?
No.
Oh.
The TCG exclusives are exceedingly boring. We got 5 Burning Abyss cards, 3 UAs, and a Go 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 monster that has been not revealed.
Go-Go-Go.
That's the
Maybe
TCG exclusive.
Oh, yeah, Go-Go-Go monster that hasn't been revealed. I saw the Go-Go-Go Xyz monster.
Isn't it an Xyz?
I saw one.
Or the Gaga one that can attack twice?
I don't remember. It was like, I don't know what the heck it was. It was some kind of blocker or something.
I could just look up Dododo on this.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here. Sorry, watchers. Now there isn't an Xyz monster. So maybe we do have... Maybe you've seen it. And I don't know. Or maybe... Gaga. Xyz monsters. There's Samurai. Does it look like that?
It wasn't that one.
Dododo. There's Cha-Cha-Cha. These stupid archetypes.
Oh, no, it was Go-Go-Go.
Oh, Go. Yeah, that's one of those cards that doesn't actually exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's like Nebradisk. We were talking about this before the podcast. Some cards that don't actually exist because we're never going to get them, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to become irrelevant by the time they even, like, exist.
Oh, yeah, and then it won't be fun anymore. Mm-hmm. We've lost out on fun. Detach one material. That you can detach one Xyz material from this card, then target one level 4 Earth Rock type monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Go Goliath once per turn. All monsters you control gain 800 defense. That's okay.
I mean, I suppose the deal with that is you're supposed to summon Go. The one that summons the one from the graveyard.
Ghost?
No,
that's
the normal summon one and bring back a golem. There's so many. I don't know. I could just go. Go Ram, go. It's go giant. And then you bring back your go golem. You Xyz for this, and you have another Earth Rock in your graveyard, and you just detach and add this back to your hand. Ideally, I guess.
Okay.
And then you've done nothing, but not lost advantage and had a 24 beater now. You spawned a 24 beater from nothing. And it has go in the name, which I'm not sure if that's relevant ever. So there you go. But that's not in the pack.
No, it's not.
Do we want to say anything before we get into...
Thunderclap, Skywolf. Well, it's level 7.
The card's pretty good.
Oh, good. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. You can't conduct your battle phase. Okay, that's...
I like. These are the kind of cards I want them to make all of their cards like.
This is very magic-looking, too.
Yeah.
Very magic-looking.
Looks like a magic monster.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I like the Japanese name, Ukaminari.
Ooh, I see. Ukaminari.
So Ukami, wolf, and then Kaminari is like lightning.
Lightning something. That's cool. Very clever name.
But not as clever in English. But no, that's the kind of card I want them to make. All their cards where it's just like it does something, but you don't have a way to use it. Like you figure it out yourself. You deck building cards.
Yep.
That's what that card is. But it's completely useless because it's not good enough. I mean, it's interesting. I like it. It's just not good enough.
Okay.
Should we talk about like
what we've been doing?
What we've been doing for sure.
Absolutely. Kyle, you can go first.
Should I go first? Okay. Shuddles, playing a lot of Shuddles. Went to locals like the past 2 weeks with Shattles.
Oh.
Yeah, and did good with Shattles. I didn't give my deck to you, but I have it in here. Basically, I made an article about it. How about that? So you can go to our website and look at it if you really care enough about a Shaddle deck.
There it is.
But basically, AD Changer. He's my ace monster. He is the card. I don't know. It's an ugly gremlin. Is the card that makes it the build it is. It's based around that. It is not Denko Sekka build. It is not Dark Arm build, but there's a Dark Arm in it. But I don't run any Eclipse Wyvern. So I did good with that. I got second, and I got first. At locals.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. And then I also, because in spirit of looking at this pack and not caring about it, tried one of the archetypes in the pack. And then all my other time has been playing, what is that? Infernoids. The reason I even cared to begin with was maybe I'll just run them in Lysworns. Oh, I'll get my hand. I have my hand in this. Because, what is it? I like this one, and I like this one. I read them, I was like, oh, that's good. And, like, I didn't read the ones that are level 5 or higher, because I was just like, oh, that's terrible. And I didn't read them very close.
That's funny.
But, like, all their names are changed. Lucifugus, which is not his name. None of them can be normal summoned.
Mm-hmm.
And they can only be special summoned by their own effects, so they can't be brought out after they've been summoned successfully either.
Mm-hmm.
But, all the level 4 lowers, you can special summon them by banishing an Infernoid in your graveyard. So they're just like, those elemental monsters for themselves. And they all have 0 defense and are fire fiends, which is a completely useless attribute plus type combo. Well, fire is like an immovable resource. You can't do anything with fire, in my opinion. I tried things.
All of their archetypes are based on
pyro and stuff. Oh yeah, there's self-inclusive things.
Yeah, there's like Volcanics, which is a movie fire archetype that also uses the kind of the exclusive or non-inclusive Royal Firestorm.
Hey, I got one level. It just references fire monsters that are banished, which is perfect. Mm-hmm. That's all I wanted.
I remember using that card.
It's actually retarded amazing in this deck. So I was just like, it wasn't bad. I ran like a Lightstorm deck that just ran 3 of this guy, 3 of this guy. Astaroth is level 4, 1800, which is just good. Mm-hmm. And then once per turn, he destroys a spell or trap, and you can't attack with him that turn. Oh. And then Lucifugus destroys a monster once per turn and can't attack that turn.
Oh, that's good.
And then all of the level 4 lowers can tribute a monster once per turn during the opponent's turn to banish a card in the opponent's graveyard.
Oh, okay.
So
they can tribute
a monster, including themselves. In general, it's themselves. Mm-hmm. And then the big ones contribute a monster during either player's turn to banish a card. So, it sucks that it's during the opponent's turn. Like, it never happens unless you plan on it. Mm-hmm. These guys, like, they do anything, you just tribute your monsters. They're gone. They're like deep prison, you're like, shoot, and you banish a card kind of stuff. So they like, never die, they distribute themselves. Mm. Like, I mean, it's nice. They're like, snatch, steal your monster, and you're like, and now it's gone. Mm. Like, oh, I want your Lila, and you're like, vanished.
That's cool.
It's cool. It's a really, really fun effect. That's a lot better than it seems. For, it's pretty much a negligible effect that actually matters. Mm-hmm. But, and also, in their summoning condition, you can banish to summon them while the combined level of all effect monsters you control is 8 or less. Mm. They all have that. So it, plays towards that. It forces you to tribute them, essentially. That's what they did that for. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, you can only get 2, you summon the 7, and then you can summon an 8 because you only have a 7. Mm. But if you want to do more, you have to tribute one of them for their effect. But, no, this was cool in Lightstorms. You kind of go, special, pop whatever they do, Xyz/Synchro with them, summon another one, It was alright. And then, I ran one, I was just like, why not? Maybe I'll summon it. And then, Adremelech. Mm. They're all, the names, these are the OCG translations of the names, which apparently were inaccurate, because I believe they revealed a couple of them in the pack. So, yeah. Antra. The level 4 is named Antra, which I don't know if that... Antra? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. As opposed to Astaroth. Mm. Oh, that one's Antra. No, Antra as opposed to Beelzebul. That's totally different.
Beelzebul.
It's level 2. Down there.
Down here.
Yeah. That one's amazing, actually.
Oh,
this one, I was like, eh. But then I was like, whenever you draw this card, it's amazing. This one is level 2 with 0 attack, 2000 defense. Mm. All the others have 0 defense. But once per turn, it returns a face-up card your opponent controls to the hand. Which is really good.
That's good.
Yeah. It just kind of sits there. And then whenever they do anything to you, you're just like, and they just dipset. Huh. But that one's really good. But you can't do anything with it. You don't Synchro or Xyz with it usually, because it's just 2. It's a bad level. Mm. But the big ones, they're banished 2 to summon, and I was like, why would I ever do that? I'm never going to have 2, and then I'll burn my resources. You have to get the second one in the graveyard by, milling, essentially. Mm-hmm. But then, I milled one, and then, it does, the circle on your graveyard, and you can do something in the graveyard, and I was like, what's that? And I was like, I read the card and I was like, oh, you can summon them from the graveyard? And I was like, ah! So, like, these ones are literally just Dragon Rollers. They can banish 2 Infernoids from the hand or graveyard to summon themselves from the hand or graveyard. And I was like, oh, so good. And I was like, now I have to make the deck. And, oh wait, this one also had his name changed. Or revealed and changed. The Nehemoth is the name here, and Onuku is the name that we're getting. Onuku. I think this one's stupid. I run it because I want the ability to use it, but it's terrible. It's level 10, so as soon as you summon it, you can't do anything in this deck. It's so pointless.
So you have more than 8, so you're done.
Yeah, like, the other boss one is 8, so you can summon it, and it says when you have, the monsters are 8 or less you can summon, so you can still summon another one while you control the 8. But this one, literally, you can't do anything after. But this, like, the point of this card is to tribute cards.
What does it do?
This one, when it's summoned, it destroys all their monsters, or you can, which is, like, once again, defeats the purpose. So it's like, even if I wanted to summon this one before I summon this one, I could, but if I wanted to, why am I summoning him if he wants to destroy all the monsters? So it, defeats the purpose. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to activate the effect to destroy. And then, once per turn, he can tribute a monster to negate a spell or trap. But it's like, you can't get monsters on the field. I know what they want you to do. They have a field spell that summons a token during each of your standby phases, but that's terrible.
Oh, yeah, wow, that seems way slower than
it's so slow. So bad slow. I couldn't stand it. So I just ran one of him because I get this problem where if I don't run him, and they summon something with more than 28, I don't know what to do. And so I run one so I can just be like, and blow up all the monsters. And then tribute himself as soon as they activate anything. Because I don't want him on the field anymore.
Sounds good.
That's why I run him, but I don't like him. All the other ones are tribute to banish a monster. But this one, if you destroy a monster by battle, he attacks again. If this one just attacks a monster, he banishes a card at the end of the battle phase. That one's like the best. This one, if it inflicts battle damage over a monster, you discard a card from your opponent's hand. Oh, this one's terrible. I run it just because you need more monsters. And because he's level 5, that means you can just tribute him over things to lower your levels. Oh yeah, he can't be normal summoned, I lied. He's terrible, I never summon him. You just want more. This is every Infernoid monster.
Okay.
And he's easier to summon than him because he had to banish 3 for him.
For Nehemoth?
Yeah. Oh. So he's better just because of that, but I never summoned him. And then there's the weenies, which are good, but they can only be summoned from your hand. And then the Miracle Dig.
I'm surprised to see Miracle Dig in here, but it makes sense.
It's so good. It's essentially you just summon a monster. That's what. Just pretend it summons a monster.
Oh, that's true, because it returns banished monsters.
Yeah, you have to have 5 banished monsters and it returns 3. Also in Burial. Burial's better, but yeah. And then there's this crazy card. It's not called this at all. It's called Void something. So it's 2 small words. 2 4-letter words. I'll find it.
Void Seer?
Is it? Yeah, Void Seer. It's called Void Seer. It's a super rare, of course, because it's usable. You target an Infernoid, it's unaffected by your opponent's cards to the end of the turn.
Oh, this card.
And then in the graveyard, you banish it when Infernoid would be destroyed by a card effect, and then it's not.
So dumb.
It's such a good card.
I saw this earlier. I played against an Infernoid deck. That was they just had this card.
Yeah. I remember when I was first, doing this, I was like, it's such a neg. But, you don't even care about negs in this deck. You literally, when I was first trying to build it, I was like, I don't care. You just throw everything in the graveyard. It doesn't matter in this deck. Every resource in this deck, you just throw it in the graveyard, because it doesn't matter.
I mean, this is just basically the Evil Swarm card. Does that affect all Evil Swarms, though?
Yeah, that one affects all. Pandemic. Except it's got that bonus effect for when you're milling.
Yeah, this you can banish from the graveyard. That's good.
Yeah, and it makes them unaffected by everything.
Unaffected by your opponent's card effects.
Pandemic is just spells and traps.
Yeah, that's true.
What is it? Another great thing about their effect to distribute things is you can dodge everything. I was I knew this guy had Valor, so I summoned this, and then I summoned a Castel, and I activated Castel, and he Valored, and I was like, yes, tributed.
Sky Blaster?
Yeah, my Sky Blaster, and I just tributed the Sky Blaster. I was like, take that.
That's
what you get. That's what it's so awesome. I was like, you could run Skill Drain in this deck for that kind of reason. Because it's like Dragon Rollers, you just summon them.
Oh, interesting.
But their effects are really good, so I don't know. So like, you can attack with this one, and then you banish something at the end of the battle phase. So under Skildrin, you could activate it, and use his effect in response, tributing himself to banish a card in your graveyard. Then his effect will resolve because he's not on the field under Skildrin, and banish a card on the field.
That's slightly confusing, but okay.
But I mean, so like, they all work under Skildrin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you could summon him, activate effect to destroy a spell or trap, and then use one of the big ones to tribute him. It's weird. I don't know if I would. I don't want to do that, because running traps is painful when you're not running any. Then the card of legend, Reasoning. You draw this card. Oh man, I was playing against a guy. Like, I built like 15 cards with it, because it passes over Infernoids, because they can't be normal summoned. And then I have a level 1, 2 3s, 3 4s, and 2 6s. And I want them all. I don't know. I just ran this because it was fun.
The glow up bulb?
Yeah. It's interesting. It gives me access to all this stuff. So does he. So it just passes over them and then hits one of these and they always call it wrong. And then Monster Gate, which always works. And then MST, because this deck loses so hard to Vanities. That's why I had to run Lila. I was like, you have to run Lila in this deck.
That makes sense. That's good.
Yeah. I ran a bunch of different variants. Like, people were talking about a variant where you ran Tour Guide, Skarm, and Curry Bandit. So you like Curry Bandit to mill, and like Dante to mill, and Skarm to add Bandit kind of thing. And it's like, it's good if your opponent isn't trying to win, pretty much. Like, I mean, what I mean by that is if they're playing really slow. Because it's it takes to summon a Tour Guide, get Skarm, like, to search for a Curry Bandit during your end phase, and then summon it next turn, and then mill on your next turn. That's so long.
Very true.
That, like, if they're just trying to win really fast, you can't do anything about it. Like, I was playing against, like, a Shadol deck, and I was like, this isn't fast enough. I can't do this. And so I switched to this. And this is much more fun. And it's Saki, beyond reason. And I made a Sakier build, which was just pure Ice-Horn one, but this is what I've been running. It's a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun.
I'm glad. Infernoids, I did not understand them when I read them, but
now you know.
Now I know, but I read their effects. I'm like, these could either be really bad or really good, because not being able to summon something from the hand of the graveyard is going to be pretty ridiculous, regardless.
I just remember reading them at first, and thinking they were all terrible.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand how to, like, use them.
Yeah.
They have like a trap also, which is a super rare because it's usable. That's just during each of your standby phases, you send 2 Infernoids from your deck to the grave. That's really good. But, so it's like, imagine a Dragon Shrine once per turn. But the problem is it's a trap first. And this deck doesn't really support traps, which is, because it's like awkward. You don't set enough. But if you set a bunch, you can't mill anymore. So you have to pretty much take out the milling cards. So that means you can't run, like, Reasoning. And Reasoning is really good.
Okay.
Because it lets me go second. I always go second with this, because there's like no reason to not go second. Because what do you do when you go first in this deck? Banish monsters, or summon something? It's like a way. It's like
for no reason.
It's like, why would you summon a dragon really going first?
Yeah.
Like,
just for defense, because you had to go first for some reason.
Like, whenever I go first, I just end my turn.
Well, you just haven't gained a card. It's stupid.
Yeah, I was like, now I have to wait a turn, let them do something with their extra card, and get my extra card. At the bottom, I had random things I was like looking at. A Sphere of Chaos. Which you can because like they just like spawn tribute fodder, and you use tribute and add this guy to your hand.
Lucifagus.
Yeah, the one that destroys the monster, which is like, it's pretty stupid. But and then there's this guy. You can send a fire monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then he cannot be destroyed by card effects this turn. Yeah, and he can't be targeted. And then Goka, you can destroy a fire to summon him, and he summons a token every turn, and you like tribute tokens. And tokens don't count as effect monsters, so they don't count towards the level of restriction.
Oh, that's nice.
But that's the point, like the field spell, the tokens don't count towards level of restriction. But that was like an interesting thing. When I read the field spell, I was like, I would never run this in this deck, but I was like, it summons a monster once during each of your standby phases, like Monarchs? I don't know. And then, like, these make sense with Monarchs. Because they just, like, summon,
they don't have
do
normal
something.
Summon.
Yeah, they never normal summon. They can't normal summon.
Yeah.
And I was like, so this is like a deck that doesn't go into the extra deck that could use all the Monarch support. And they even have a field spell that summons a token once per turn. So I was like, Monarchs? But I don't know if I want to run that. Especially since it's like fire, so you want to run Mega Thestalos. That's bad. And then I have all these... I tried to play all the extra deck monsters that got rid of themselves immediately.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, the problem with Synchroing is it maintains your level, so you want to summon stuff like Dark Strike Fighter, which I won a game with at locals in my deck.
In main phase 1?
Main phase 1, yes. But so it just immediately kills itself, which is great. But the Xyz are fine, because they take, like if you have 2 8s on the field, that's 16, and you can't do anything, but you can consolidate them into 8 total.
That makes sense.
And that's
There's
good.
a place to go with that.
Dragosack's good because the tokens don't count towards the restriction. This guy kills himself. This guy's good. This guy's good. I like Armor Arm. It just removes itself from the field, too. So does this. So does this. And this.
Dante, I struggle with deciding whether or not to put him in decks.
Because you're never going to get him.
Never going to get him.
Nope.
And he is such a fast, free, easy miller that it's just really difficult.
Like, it's so good in the decks you wanted in.
Yeah.
But it's just so not cool. Oh, and this card. This is the card that I didn't talk about. This one's really good.
Lava Lancelot.
So you can normal summon without tribute, which is fantastic. So it's not terrible when you draw it. And then he's destroyed to the end, or he's sent to the graveyard during the end phase, which is like meh. But when this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you gotta banish fire monster to your hand, and they're all fire, and they all banish each other.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know, this deck would be really good if they just had a spell that added a banish one to your hand. That's all they need to be relevant. Or was it dilutable and put into other decks?
Oh, so they can banish themselves to get their utility effects and then have some other cards.
So you could just run if you ran just that and the weenies, you could run them in a deck if that card existed. But it doesn't. So now the only way to run them is as pure full deck, in my opinion. And generally, I'm not that interested in decks that are like that because they're not. They're kind of like one and done. Never. If it's gonna be relevant, it's gonna be relevant once, and it'll never be relevant again, and you'll never want the cards again.
Yeah.
That doesn't interest me, but I like the deck. It's fun. Damn. How about you, Matt?
Me.
Whoa.
I've been doing a lot of random stuff.
I saw. Did you actually run Drax?
No. No, I thought about it. So, I wanted to make a Tyranno Infinity deck.
Yeah.
So
you did?
The one that I have on here is 3 versions after the one that I actually probably like the most. I had Jurassic World with the dinosaur that can discard itself.
What happened to him?
World.
Where is he in this?
He's not in here anymore. But Jurassic World was funny because he makes Evil Storm Salamandra scary powerful.
2150 plus more.
2150 plus 600 because you can.
2750. That's breaking barriers. He's on not 27 though. I mean, he's not 28 though.
Yeah, he's not 28. He's 2750.
He can't attack over construct. Yeah.
There's one monster that's I think 28 is ridiculous. Anyways, so yeah, I have a bunch of stuff to banish dinosaur monsters, and then I decided to make the deck because I really like Carboneddon.
Carboneddon, yeah.
If it battles a fire monster during damage calculation, it gains 1,000 attack, which is funny because that actually happened against a deck that I actually can't remember anymore.
Inferno.
It might have been the Inferno deck, honestly.
That's fun.
Actually,
it's
probably
an 18
was.
beater.
And then you can banish it from your graveyard to special summon 1 level 7 or lower Dragon type normal monster from your hand or deck in face up defense position.
It only summons the.
It only summons right now Labradite Dragon. I used to have Watt Tail Dragon for being 25 and a 6 Dragon. It didn't matter. I just basically wanted to banish Carboneddon because it was fun.
It's a dinosaur too.
And it's a dinosaur, so it works for Tyranno Infinity. But Mathematician sending Carboneddon, banishing itself to summon Labradite Dragon is what, a 9?
Yeah.
It's a random 9, so you get some Ogre, some Cloud, some Gigantic Castle, which is silliness.
That is silliness.
But then Carboneddon with Labradite Dragon and a level 4 makes a level 10 Leo, which is
It's
good.
better.
I basically wanted to try finding weird ways to summon level 10 monsters also. That was also a part of this deck. because I don't like the Cliffort level 10 boss monster.
Oh.
Where it's like, levels lower than me, they don't matter, and I'm 10, a big giant thing.
Yeah.
Nothing good is 10, so why even make a card like that? It's not even like that card, Cliffort Towers, I think it is?
Apocalyphort Towers.
Apocalyphort Towers. Reduces the attack of special summon monsters by 500.
Yep.
So it's like nothing. That's like nothing. So you have to have some giant monster or, non-targeting destruction?
No, it's unaffected. It's unaffected by spells and traps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So no spells and traps. So there's, here we go.
Can it not be destroyed?
No, it can. It's unaffected by spells and traps and monster effects.
With lower levels.
Okay. Stipulation. Activated monster effects. So it's affected by continuous effects. Of all types. Of all monster types. So I don't know if there's one that matters. I can't think of
something
one.
that permanently lowers attack or something?
Yeah, something like that. But, there's a couple of random, like Star Eater kills it, because it attacks over it, and it's no longer affected by its effect, and then it has 200 more attack.
Star Eater level 10 or 9?
It doesn't matter what level it is. Because when it attacks, it doesn't lose the 500 anymore because it's unaffected.
Oh, yeah.
And it's now a 32.
That's good.
That's the easiest out for, like, everybody who can run that. Attacking over it. So, like, is usually what happens. There's a lot of decks that just auto-lose.
Mm-hmm.
But,
most of the stuff that I make involves light swarms or kind of silly stuff, and they don't have something to get rid of that. So that monster just comes on the field.
When I'm running light
swarms...
swarms...
Which is that 2 now,
yeah,
right? Oh.
Yeah. When I'm running light swarms, I can always have Star Eater, though. Usually.
I did not think of that. That's good.
I'm trying to think. There's weird outs, like Malefic Cybrand isn't out. Just attack.
That is true. Funny you mentioned that. Made some random weird deck. Where is it? Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was testing this random idea. I just literally threw this together today. I don't have enough.
It searches the Rainbow Dragon.
So it searches Rainbow Dark Dragon, which is an out to Apocalypse Towers. 4,000 attack, 1 special summon.
You run the crappy field
I run the crappy Realm of Light.
Can you... Wait. Someone was asking about... I was asking someone about this and I didn't know. Just... Dark Rainbow Dragon.
Oh, isn't there that quick play, that trap card?
Rainbow Dark Dragon? Yeah. And you'd have 7 dark monsters with different names. Oh, it's impossible. But you can search it with Eclipse Library.
That's true.
It's funny.
And I was like running Rainbow Dragon, Malefic Rainbow Dragon, Chaos Monsters. Maybe I'll do something with that. I was just like, I just want to know things. Good.
But
fantastic.
Just so you know, most people don't actually run towers.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's great.
The reason is because in the instance they can summon that, they can usually attack for game by doing a different play. Because it usually involves searching the towers, or they could just search something that attacks for game.
Okay.
So they don't run it. And it's not a pendulum monster, so when you draw it, it poops on your hand. It's not consistent.
Good.
I mean, they can do it consistently, but it's not as consistent as they can do.
Okay.
What else can they... Yeah. And there's like a second one coming out in the next pack. I think it's a super rare because it's usable. Apocalypse Sky Base. I'll go find where its slot is in the R version. Yeah, it's an ultra rare. Oh, it's an ultra rare. It's quite usable. It's level 9 instead, and it's 2,900 attack. And you summon in the same way. You should be 3 Clifforts. It's unaffected by spells and traps and effects of monsters of lower level or rank. And then once per turn, you target a monster your opponent controls and take control of it until the end phase. That's what this one does. That's its bonus. I don't know if that's any better. Doesn't seem any better. I feel like I'd rather run towers randomly tribute monsters.
Yeah. That is good.
It's just another one we've got now. But, anything else you've been doing, or should we take a short break and get into the pack, because I practically segued. Oh, look at this.
The other thing that I've been doing is Galaxy Monsters. I wanted to summon, what is this thing? Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, because this card is awesome.
That reminded me of that card that was making me angry.
But it's rank 8. It's so powerful, and it's rank 8. But then again, it doesn't care.
It doesn't care about much.
It has 4,500 attack. Yeah. And I actually like Galaxy Monsters. Whenever we get that level 5 one, that would be pretty cool. And you can summon Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon surprisingly easily, and he takes, 3 level 8 monsters?
And you summon him with Galaxy Eyes, he's like a nutter.
He negates the effects of every other card on the field when he is summoned, when you use Galaxy Eyes.
Yeah.
And then you can detach a material.
And it eats all the Xyz monsters.
Yep. Which is sad that didn't happen anymore, but it's so good.
Oh. But here's this card that made me angry that they got in the OCG. It's called Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Just type in Dark Matter. Or that. Hey, why does the 95 bring up Shuttle Core?
It probably has 95 in it. 1950 defense, that's why.
Okay. But Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, you can just Xyz summon it on top of a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
It made me so angry.
This motivated me probably to make the deck, because I read probably like the beginning of it, and I was like, okay, that's too good. Great, I can't wait for this.
It's way too good. This is so stupid. Like, oh, you just summon 2 mythic dragons and make a Tachyon dragon. That's easy. And you just slap this on it. And then when this card is Xyz summoned, send 3 dragon-type monsters with different names from your deck to the graveyard. And then your opponent banishes 3 monsters from their deck. That is so stupid.
So good.
So dumb. Why would they... Okay, and it has 4,000 attack, 0 defense. And then...
you can detach 1 material from this card, and this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn.
So unnecessarily easy to summon this card.
So many things can be done after the summoning of this card, including winning the game.
Yeah. There's also another one that just slaps on an Xyz monster. I don't remember. Oh, Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. Down a couple.
Oh, such an awesome name.
And it looks pretty cool, too. Down another few.
Oh.
Or maybe, where is it? Up one.
I see that one. Oh, yeah.
And this one you can Xyz summon using a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster again, other than itself. So you can literally make the Tachyon, slap this on that, and then after you're done with this, slap Dark Matter on this.
Jeez.
It's you shouldn't be able to do stuff like this. But once per turn, target up to 2 equipped cards, attach them to this card as Xyz material, a useless effect. Once per turn, detach an Xyz material from this card, target a face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. So you just randomly... I don't know. If you were just... You could just literally slap this card on that, and then slap back, and then slap.
Whoa!
Why can you do that?
What? No, you
why
can
not?
only summon 1 per turn.
Can you?
Come on. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a Galaxy Xyz monster you control as Xyz material. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it cannot be used as Xyz material for an Xyz summon. It cannot be used as Xyz material. Where does it say that?
It doesn't say that.
Oh, it says that on mine.
Does it say that on this Dark Matter? Oh,
it says it on Dark Matter.
Okay, so you can't slap on Dark Matter.
Yeah.
Okay. There was something they did that was... Oh, yeah. They would use that to send Eclipse, Dragon, and Dragon Ruler, search Red Eyes, summon Dragon Ruler, get Red Eyes, banish Dark Matter, bring back the full armor, and then put another Dark Matter on it.
Oh.
I was like, that's so dumb. It's immediately more than 8,000 damage.
Wow, yeah.
So as soon as you summon a rank 8, you get, bonkers damage on the field.
That's insane.
And then you get to send more Dragon Rulers.
Yep.
So it's this card is so blatant. It's really bad design in my opinion. It just happened.
Hey, if you have 1 Beals over there, it's okay. Oh, and there's a new Beals, which is worse.
Beals is interesting, the new one that they got. They got all these cards in this pack. Someone summoned this other one, this Synchro on me that has 0/0, and then whenever you set a spell or trap, it special summons any dragon Synchro from your extra deck. And then you can't attack it or target it while they control another Synchro.
Wow.
It was... Okay, I was dealing with it, and then I messed up. I messed up, and I didn't end up killing their monster. And then, and then he said Scrap Iron Scarecrow, and that was the game right there. Because he sets it, specials. I attack his new synchro monster, he activates it, and then it sets itself, and he summons another one. I was like, this is stupid. I just quit. I was like, I'm not gonna play against these cards that aren't real.
They have. Oh my god!
Like, why would I know about any of that? I was just a victim of not knowing. Right there, it was a completely irrelevant duel.
There wasn't even an option for you to care enough.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Is this the better version or the different version?
It's different. Yeah.
Does the pendulum summoning work?
The pendulum summoning is cool, and I really, really like this card.
It's a fun card.
Draconia.
Mm-hmm.
Once per turn, if a normal monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle, search your deck for a level 4 or higher normal monster from your deck.
Yeah, I think it makes that deck, the Pendula, a lot better.
Pendulums.
A lot better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Pendula, I get it.
That's why I call it.
Mm.
It's because the problem with that deck was it never gained cards ever.
Mm.
You just would play a searcher, get a card, and you just always have the same amount of cards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But this gives you cards. That's what you need.
Yeah.
So that deck needs. You can't play against these big 3 decks and not gain cards. That's foolishness.
I wish there was a normal dragon pendulum monster. It could be any level
Normal
under
dragon
7.
pendulum?
Yeah.
Isn't there?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it for Carbonetta. So, search for it here. Monster.
Pendulum.
Pendulum. And...
Dragon. Why is dragon not at the top?
It's just not in alphabetical order for some reason.
Yeah, there's 2 weird ones.
So there's Allies Pendulum Dragon, which is an effect monster.
Saphira X of the Flame Beast Neckcloth.
Jeez, that's a long name.
Yeah.
You cannot pendulum summon monsters except Necros, Sapphira.
Or Saphira.
Oh, Necros or Sapphira.
It's like cutting it off on the side right there.
This effect cannot be negated. Okay.
It's a 7 now, and 7's a good number.
True that.
But so in the 2 packs, there's a archetype called Saphira, and they're all pendulum monsters, and they're also all of them are all a part of another archetype. And all of their pendulum effects say you cannot special summon monsters except for Saphira and the archetype they're a part of.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I like that. That's really cool.
I don't know if I like it at all.
It's a cool concept.
It's interesting.
Like, now there's this is the seal on a bunch of monsters, bringing them together.
Yeah, but I mean, from what I read, they're there's no reason for them to even be a part of their old archetypes. Because you can't use them in the old deck. I was looking at the Shodol one, I was like, well, you can't run this card, it's terrible. It doesn't do anything. Now that's what I felt about all of them, and I was like, does this one actually... Then there's a Yang Xing one, it's this card doesn't help Yang Xing at all. So it's just they just put that on there to make you feel good about your Yang Xing deck. And now you can't run it in your Yang Xing deck. But we'll take a break.
Yep.
And we'll be back, and we'll pack it up. And we're back.
Yay.
The anticlimactic return. So this pack, Secrets of Eternity. It's got a picture of a monster that you don't want on it, symbolizing the pack that you probably don't want. Was there anything in it that you want?
Not that I can remember, but I think there was something.
I mean, there's things that I'll take.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. There's stuff I'll take.
The monster on the front of the pack is so ugly.
It's interesting. I'll take it. Forgot what it's called.
I want Dragoons of Draconia.
Yeah, but that card is given to you. And it's a rare in the pack.
What?
It's so rare. That's what it says.
Wow, that's stupid.
I know. So you get it. You just get it. And people don't want that card. A Rune-Eyes Pendulum Dragon is the cover card. It'll probably be every rarity possible. Like they always do for the cover card. I believe it's a fusion of, a spell. I don't know, I'll just open it and tell you. A fusion of Odd Eyes, Pendulum Dragon, and a Spellcaster. So it's for the Odd Eyes plus Gazer deck. Time Gazer Magician and Stargazer Magician. And so you're supposed to pendulum summon them both and then fusion them.
I see.
So they go to your extra deck. So it's free. It's a free fusion, pretty much. But so that it doesn't have to be that good. But if this card was fusion summoned using pendulum summoned monsters, as fusion material, it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects for the rest of that turn, which is nice. And then you get the appropriate effect based on the original level of the monster used. That was not Odd Eyes. Level 4 or lower, you can attack twice. And then on monsters, all 5 are you can attack 3 times on monsters. Which is, I guess, game if they have a bunch of monsters in attack mode that are weenies. But also doesn't do much.
It's just worse Blue Eyes and stats.
Yeah. If they need to make more of the Gazer monsters, because you still can't run them because they all go to 4 when they don't have another Gazer or Odd Eyes.
And they're not searchable except with Odd Eyes.
Yeah. So they need to make more of those if they want people to run this card. And we're going to get that card. We're going to get so much of it. That's the cover. See, that speaks for the pack. That's the cover card. A card that can't be used. Dragoons of Draconia, which is the pre-release promo, is that awesome monster. We talked about it before, but it's a rare for some reason. But you get it as an ultra, probably, as pre-release.
Yeah.
He's got the blue musket. He's a beast warrior for literally no reason.
I hate that he's a beast warrior.
He is not a beast warrior.
He could be a dinosaur. He could even be a dragon.
Yeah. He could be why wasn't he just a Wyrm?
A Wyrm, he could have... the entire scenario is not majestic enough for a Wyrm.
Wyrm, dragon, reptile, and dinosaur would have been fine.
Yeah,
Dinosaur would have been too good.
Reptile would have also made sense, and it would probably also have been too good.
Reptile would have been nicer, though. I wish it was a reptile. Well, dinosaur would have been insane, because it would now it would usurp all level 4 normal dinosaurs as the best.
That's
like,
true.
Bard, nothing like
They
that.
would have had double dinosaur pendulum monsters.
Because, no, it's a level 4 one, which is crazy. Because, the best one is Sabersaurus.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So it's a really usable monster at that point.
Exactly. Could have been rabbited.
Well, I mean, I feel like I would run it now, anyway. Why not? But now, Beast Warrior, I guess I want to do Beast Warrior so you could tanky it. So it had a search card.
Which is something.
But I'd rather be able to summon, King of Fairlamps or something.
Exactly. I mean, and if it was dinosaur, or, it could have... It can't be a sea serpent, but it would have been nice if it was a sea serpent, because then ninja pendulums would have been a thing.
Ninjalums.
Stealing everything.
That would just need to be the only monsters you run is the ninjas.
Yep.
But no, they said.
Oh, you could even summon Red Dragon Ninja.
Yeah. You could even pendulum summon Hanzo and search and then normal and then get another ninja.
That's true.
Ninjalum. Nojalum. But I like this card. It's good. It lets them search when normal monsters destroy a monster of a battle. I don't know if that's not as easy as it sounds, I guess, anymore.
It's easy if you're not playing against a meta deck.
Yes.
And even then, if you're playing against something like Infernoids, they have a lot of low defense monsters that have somehow they get defense.
Monster.
Oh, that's true.
You can never do it.
That's true.
If I don't want you to, I don't let it happen. I was playing against Yang Xing. I made him quit, essentially, because he kept trying to attack into me, and I would just chip my monster.
That's right.
And he just quit. I was like, oh. But I was having fun.
Yang Xing's so boring.
Yeah, I played, last week, I played Rob in the final round, and he was running Yang Xing. I ran the gauntlet that week. For round 1, I played against Shadows. Round 2, I played against Burning Abyss. Round 3, I played against Cliffworks. And then the last round, I played against Yang Xing.
Wow.
It was random.
Wow.
And they were all round 1 was against Mark. The old, our age-ish, Islander, kind of larger.
Oh, yeah.
And round 2 was against, Sean. He's the guy who always wears the flat-billed hat. He was originally from a different store. You probably would recognize him, but don't know who he is. And then I played against Sal.
Oh.
And then I played against Rob.
People who know what they're doing.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah. The gauntlet. That's what I was like, I ran the gauntlet.
Seriously.
But that was fun. Yang Xing. So he was running Yang Xing, so I don't know. I like and I don't like Yang Xing. They're cool, but Like, I see a lot of people play terrible against them, and that makes them really, really good. They're really, really good if nobody knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what's going on, you can deal with it. If you know what's going on, the matchup will, like, either destroy that deck or make it really difficult. But, yeah. So, I don't know what else to say about this spec. There's a bunch of archetypes that don't matter. There's new archetypes that kind of matter.
Performapals are cool. They boost each other's attack a lot. That's what I remember about them. They have lots of summoning and attack boosting and searching.
And I like their names. They're funny. Like, Plus Tortoise, Spike Eagle, Friend Donkey, Heart Naga. This is if you go to the Japanese one, you can click them all.
There we go.
And Fire Muffaleo. That's adorable. I'm pretty sure they're all bad. Thus, they are common. Now, some of them are interesting. I mean, go through them real quick, I guess. Was that Fire Muffaleo? He's got 5 scale. That's a good number. Pendulum scale. On a pendulum monster you control destroyed by battle. Special summon this card from Pendulum Zone. Total useless.
Wow. It's like one of the first ones that does that, though.
Yeah, it's interesting, but why? 800, level 3. You can summon it with Hanzo.
Well, its effect.
Once per turn, if a pendulum summon monster you control destroys a monster opponent from battle object, you have that monster gain 200 attack. Until... What?
Blah.
200 attack?
200 attack, man.
And then it can attack again.
Unless it gained like 1,000 from whatever that other card is.
Whatever. Okay, so done with Leo. Commented away. Heart Naga.
I'm pretty sure I just don't like this.
I hate that it's Tails of Hand. It's got a 3. 3 is bad. It's level 5, and their highest scale is 5s. I don't know. Pendulum, target a monster you control gains 300 attack. For every Pokemon card you control, that's pretty good. That's a big boost. Minimum, essentially, 600 attack in that deck. Because itself and the monster you're doing. Because I'm assuming you're doing it on a Performapal. When it's normal or special summon, target a monster you control gains attack again in the same way. All level 5 Valor monsters cannot attack.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah. All you guys out there doing something.
I like this one. It's so disgusting. Friend Donkey. You can open a new tab.
I could.
Or not. When this card is normal or special summon a level 4 lore Performapal from your hand or graveyard. This one's actually good. It has like reasonable attack, and look at his face. He's trolling. He's trolling so hard.
I love his face. His face is it's very cartoony. It's almost like a Family Guy.
Yeah, that's like Family Guy. I mean, I'm not going to run Performapals, but I mean, this does something.
It does.
It goes +1.
It summons from the graveyard, which is important.
Oh, look at that. It's my Yugioh.
This bird.
Start doing that tap thing. Oh, no. I don't know if it's any good. Once per turn, target a face-up monster you control this turn if it gets piercing. That's bad. Man, he's so cool. Look at him. Look at him.
Cool.
Get them Spike Eagle tokens.
Spike Eagle tokens. That I will do that. Now that you've said that, I will have to do that.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Now we got that Plus Tortoise.
Plus Tortoise.
He's got some stats. Once per turn, target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field. And that's good. That's just a reasonable card. Sorry, I read it before it got onto Scren.
That's fine. The reason why I'm not doing tabs is it's complicated.
Oh, with it being
with my
screen. Oh, okay.
My screen is not currently formatted very well because of
things.
Graphics card issues. But other than that, yeah, once per turn, target up to 2, face-up monsters on the field, increase their levels by 1.
This is a reasonable card. It has stats that are good. If only those are swapped, but these are turtles, so why would they be? But that's interesting. Is he a reptile?
100 attack.
It's Aqua.
It's Aqua.
100? Why? Because he's got a stamp to hit you with. I don't know if that does anything for Performapal. I guess you get them higher levels so they can attack when you summon that snake.
I guess. Yeah.
Blip. Trump Witch. Oh. This card looks like it's probably good.
It looks bad.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it looks like it's going to have a good effect.
The artwork is so 2D. Look at how 2D that artwork is.
It is, straight up. Straight
It
up.
looks like a sticker.
I like its little, like, fun wand. Why is its hair, like, in front of the wand?
Yeah, that's really weird.
Someone didn't do it right.
They're paintbrushes, too.
Okay. But it's a 4, which is terrible. It's level 1, which is terrible for pendulum summoning. Once per turn, you can fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra. Oh, I guess it's that spellcaster you want to use. Does it have Gazer in the name? No. You can use it to summon that thing, the cover card. It's a spellcaster.
But then it'll be in your pendulum deck. Does that matter?
What? This? No, you can't fuse with it.
You can't fuse with it, but you can fuse with it.
Tribute this card, add a pause. Okay, that's good. Because if you can pendulum summon this somehow, it's a 1, but somehow, whenever it tributes itself, it goes to the extra deck. So you can keep summoning it.
That's pretty good.
And keep getting back Poly.
This can never be pendulum summoned, ever.
Why? If you have a scale of 1 and something else.
No, it has to be 0, because it has to be between.
Is it between?
Yeah, it's between.
Yeah, when does the 0 come out?
Yeah, the 0 level, that's not a thing. We've already learned that.
This is a terrible card. Get out of my face.
I'm sure there's going to be a spell or trap card that special summons pendulum monsters for some stupid reason.
Yeah. Then we get some more super heavy samurai monsters. I don't know if they're annoying. They're not interesting.
There's a super rare one. That's something.
Oh, that means it's usable. Let's click on it. It is the...
It's a Japanese.
Oh, the first 2 are super rare in the English. Kagaboshi and Trumpeter. Well, that looks like a TV show card. It's level 3 with... Oh, it's machine dupe.
It's machine dupe and it's, I don't know, it's something else, being 500 attack.
Tribute this card, special summon super heavy from your hand. That's interesting. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets super heavy samurai, banish this card from your graveyard and negate it.
It's really good.
That's why it's super rare. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you just tribute, summon Big Fatty in defense mode.
Yeah.
And now this is in the graveyard.
Yeah, that's just
okay.
really good.
Round 2 of super rares is this Trumpeter.
Well, this is an English super rare, but a Japanese rare.
That means it was better than they expected. Oh, it's a tuner.
Okay.
If you have no spells or traps in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You can just do that.
Yeah.
That makes it usable in other decks. After this card was special summoned this way, you cannot... Okay, it's unusable in other decks. After this card is summoned this way, you can't use it in other decks. If this card is tributed for the tribute summon of a super heavy samurai and sent to the graveyard, if you have no spells or traps in the graveyard, special summon this.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
So you
can just summon it and tribute it. I'm assuming there's a synchro, which I will go look at.
And you could have 2 of these.
Then distribute them both, and it'll whoop whoop.
And then they both come back.
Okay, here we are. Super Heavy Samurai Warlord Susanoo. Again. Susanoo again. We already have a Susanoo. Why would they do this? It's a super / ultimate rare.
Which means it's K.
It looks like a menace. Level 10. Machine Synchro. So I guess is Big Benkei's 8?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Probably. So the level 2 tuner plus Benkei is this. 2400 attack, 3800 defense. A machine tuner and a super heavy non-tuner. This card can attack while in defense, and use its defense for its attack. Great. Once per turn, during either player's turn, if you have no spells or traps in your graveyard, target a spell or trap in your opponent's graveyard. Set it to your side of the field or banish it when it leaves the field. That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
That's a fun card.
That's good outside of the meta.
Yeah. That's what this deck is.
Yeah.
It's good. So now you don't run spells and traps in this deck? That's weird. Or ones that banish themselves instantly. I know in the last pack, we got all those ones that are like monsters that are like equipped cards.
Oh, yes.
So they're like all their monsters are like quick effects from the hand kind of stuff.
Steal people's deep prison with this card.
Is it spells and traps?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you can just use theirs. I'm going to copy this so I get it twice. I liked it so much that I opened it twice. Yeah, the other ones are common, so they're not very good, apparently, so I don't want to look at them. Oh, look at all these shinies. Oh, the two Infernoids, the one that shows a monster and the one that bounces a card, are rare. Or one's Ultra and one's Super.
Oh, wow.
And the boss monster is Secret/Ultimate.
That's so sad.
And then all the Clifforts are shiny, so we should look at those. Said the rarity gods. We got Cliffort Assembler, Cephalopod, Stealth, and the Skybase, which we already looked at. Which was the Apocryphort Skybase. Assembler is really good.
This thing. So dumb.
Yeah.
2400 attack, 1000 defense, level 5.
It's a Borg.
Right. Or level 5 normal Earth Monster. Machine
So obviously, Summoner Sarts is more viable.
Yep. 1/1 scale.
Good. So it pairs with Scout, which is the other vanilla. And it's a normal, so no effect. Its effect is you cannot special summon Clifford monsters, or monsters set for Clifford monsters, like all of them, and they can't be negated. During the end phase, if you tribute summoned this turn, draw a number of cards equal to the number of Klee monsters you tributed for the tribute summon this turn. That's retarded.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Here you go, deck. Have some more. Not much else to say. I think that was a secret rare. That foliage. And I believe this one's a super rare because it's... Well, you got that one first, so I'll go to stealth. It stealthily skips over the other one. This one, I like this one the best. Same old pendulum effect as all the level 1 scales that are in this deck.
Level 8 Machine Pendulum, 2800 attack, 1000 defense.
Boom, big, meaty.
All clean monsters you control gain 300 attack. That's its pendulum effect.
All the 1s in the Clipboard deck have Please gain 300 attack. All the 9s have your opponent's monsters lose 300 attack.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
And now you know.
Its monster effect is you can normal summon this card without tributing. And if this card is normal summon without tributing or special summon, its level becomes 4, its original attack becomes 18. And if it's normal summoned or set, it is unaffected by activated effects from any monster whose original level or rank is lower than this card's current level. And then when this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Klee monster or monsters, you can target one card on the field, return it to the hand. Your opponent can't activate any cards or effects in response to that activation. So when it's tribute summoned, bounce a card.
That's good. It's so good. It's a really good card.
It's undeniable.
You can't deny me. No, I think this card's really good. It basically landslides against Shadows. Even more. Which is so dumb. Like, it's now on top of them not having an answer to it, because Shell was already impossible to deal with because it was level 8 and had 2800. Now this one just, like, you summon it and it eats your fusion monster, and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. That sucks.
It's absurd. Like, and then if you tributed the two, Helix and Carrier, which one bounces the monster when it shows spell trap, they'll go like 1, chain like 2, and this will be chain like 3, and then you can't do anything about it again. It's like, okay, cute. And then there's the Cephalopod. This one's interesting. This one's funny.
I like the way it looks. It's like
it doesn't look like the other ones.
It looks way more organic.
Yeah. This one's weird. Alright, so since this one's a 9 scale, your opponent's monsters lose 300 attack, pretty much. 28,000, level 7. It has the clipboard effect. And then, when this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Klee monster, if your opponent has more monsters in the graveyard than you do, which is a given, you can gain life points equal to the difference times 300, and if you do, inflict that much to your opponent.
Guys. Stop playing with things that aren't pendulum monsters, okay? We're going to punish you hardcore.
You know, this one is actually like a worm combined with an iron. Its face is like an iron. Like you iron your clothes with.
Kinda, it does look like an iron was put on something's face.
Something organic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a worm kind of thing. Or whatever a cephalopod actually is. It's probably a thing. Sounds like something that would be a thing.
Yeah.
So this card says, like, random and good.
It's funny against, really funny against, like, Burning Abyss. Just gain a bunch of life points and burn them for a bunch of life points. It's funny. It's like it doesn't actively do anything for the deck, which is like why I don't think anybody's going to run it.
It doesn't control and win. It just tries to win outside of what the deck is.
Like, I mean, if you search for this and summon it, that means you're not searching for disc or searching for shell or searching for the stealth, and summoning those. It's kind of like a why.
True.
Like, I mean, you could run 1, but then you'll draw it. And then 9 is the number you don't want because you always get a scout. And scout is 9. So it's like you're always trying to pair with scout when you're trying to do anything. So the 9 is the one you like almost never play as a scale. But so you, like, that's why they run 1 shell and like 2 helix, which are also the 9s.
Mm-hmm.
So they only run 3 other 9s usually, most of the time. Fun fact. Not that fun fact. I'm not sure if they got any more. Oh yeah, they got more spells and traps. I'm not sure if they're shiny. They probably are. Maybe they didn't. Oh yeah, Recliff Fort. I wonder what. It's below Void Launch. It's probably not shiny then. Oh, it's not shiny. It's not good. Let's not read it. No, it's like weird skill drain for only them. Recliff Fort. You're not gonna find it in the English one.
Oh, yep, back here again. Shoot.
I'm not sure if that doesn't seem like that's what they call it for the English, because that doesn't. There's nothing to do with anything. It's below Void Launch. Continuous trap is weird.
That's surprising.
When a level 4 or lower monster is normal or flip summoned, negate its effect until the end of this turn. So ideally for Clipboards, you summon them, they all become 4, and then their effect is negated, making them level 7, 8, whatever, and now they have more attack. And then this negation remains, even if this card leaves the field. When a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned, negate its effect until the end of the turn. Also banish it when it leaves the field.
Oh.
That doesn't matter, because when you special summon them to level 4, yay. And then if only Klee card, if the only Klee card on the field is this card, send it to the graveyard.
So stupid.
It's like a completely irrelevant.
I was looking forward to
effect.
using this card in other decks.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, so when you summon level 4 or lower monsters, you now get to negate their effects. That's kind of cool. And it's any level 4 or lower monster on either side of the field. Wow. Pretty good.
It's kind of an annoying card, but it's not good because it's not shiny. No, it's not usable.
That's true.
That's why it's not. You don't want it, so it's not shiny. And that's all the clipboards. Those will make a splash, I'm sure. Those are the chase cards, if anything, I think, because they're the highest rarity. There's that secret rare normal monster. Who would have ever thought that people wanted a secret rare normal monster? Then there's the Infernoids, which all seem common, except for those ones we mentioned earlier. Then there's this like section of things for everybody. That's what I'll call it. We got 2 Satellar Knights, 2 Yosenju, a Necroz monster, a Ritual Beast monster, a Morphotronic monster, a Genzo monster, a Skill Blue Magician, a Kokimaru monster, Jigobite. It's a part of the familiar possessed archetype, the Jigobite. Jigobite goes with... So we got Inari Fire, right?
Yeah.
And we got Archfiend Eater of Nefariousness. Nefarious Archfiend Eater of Nefariousness.
Yep.
Which that goes with the Earth one. And then now we get Jigobite, which goes with the Water one. Which is, it's kind of fun. And then there's another Monarch. And then there's the section of cards, like they always have, where it's like the new cards that do something interesting and new, but unrelated to anything. Which has Thunderclap Skywolf, Oni Regeki, Dragon Dowser, Front Observer, the incredible Unizombie, Deskbot 003, because we've gotten Deskbot 1 2 packs ago, and then last pack we got Deskbot 2. Now you got all three. And then we got Shin Mazu Garzette and Marinating Captain. I love that card.
I'm looking forward to Marinating Captain.
And then we go into the extra deck. But all these cards are interesting, I think. So we can go through all of them, in my opinion. I'm not sure if... Let's see which ones have rarities. So we got Satella Knight Wriggle. The super.
Wriggle?
Rob
Wriggle. Who is that? Oh, that's that guy.
Wriggle. That one says like a Satella Knight. That's alright. The Genzo Jector is super. Skilled Blue Magician. That card's funny. Is a super. Caius, ultra rare. Skywolf, super. Oni Regeki. That's a really interesting card. Is super. And then, yeah, the rest are common. Of these, the rest are common. So this is like the usable stuff, starting with, I guess, the two Satella Knights. Capella and Wriggle. Not more. It could be Capella. Capella is apparently bad. I don't remember which one it is. But it must be bad because it's common. That's a crazy looking picture.
That's what I wanted to do.
I don't even... Does it have wheels for thighs?
I guess. Oh, I've seen this card before.
When it's summoned, activate this effect. Oh, this one's interesting. You can treat level 4 or lower Satella Knight monsters you control as level 5 for Xyz summons that require 3 or more Xyz materials. You can only use this once per turn. I wonder why you would do that. And then we also have Wriggle. He is the fattest of all of the Satella Knights. Wriggling. He's got 19. All 4. When he's summoned, you can target a Satella monster on the field, or Teller Knight, and it gains 500, but it's sent to the graveyard in the end phase, so it's like Xyz with it or die. Or it could just be a 19 beater. It's weird. And then they have an Xyz monster in this set. It's a really good Xyz monster. It's a really relevant Xyz monster. How about that? It's called Constellar Knight Diamond.
Really?
Yeah, it's a combination.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
Really good card. Oh, it's cool. I like that kind of rarity that we don't get. Like the old, secret-y looking sticker rare. It's a Wyrm? What? That's random. Rank 5 Wyrm. So, you read that one earlier. I read that one earlier. It makes them all 5. So if you get 3 of them, you can make them all 5 and make this, but there's like no reason to do that. 2700 attack, 2000 defense. It's like outright stats. Oh, it's really big, actually, for that deck. Because their biggest monster before this is Teller Knight, first triple rank 4 guy.
Oh, I don't remember. Amadeus.
Amadeus. I could just look it up, right? Yeah. Subtab. I'm still looking in the Dragon Pendulum monsters. Okay. I can't believe I can't remember it. Oh, it's got because they're called different things when they're Larnite. No, I'll find it first. No, I won't. What is it? I don't remember what the Xyz monsters are called. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Satel.
Extra deck. Boop. Deltaro? No.
It's Stellar Knight, yeah. So Stellar Knight, Deltaros. It's got 25. Which is not big.
Is this that guy with the sword?
Yeah.
He's like
dumb
a
looking.
Gun sword.
Pink legs.
Yeah.
Stellar Knight. But, so this thing's bigger than that. All that work to say that this is bigger than that. But during your main phase 2, you can also Xyz summon this card by using a Teller Knight Xyz monster you control as material.
Really?
Other than Diamond. So...
Wow. That's really nice.
Go back to the Stellar guy. Wait, Teller Knight? Or just Teller? Ah, Teller Knight. Darn, you could almost use Pallades. Yeah, but that doesn't get their effects because both of them are when they're sent from the field to the graveyard. They get something. So you use these over them and you're like, oh.
Well, no, you don't get this
But
stuff.
the reason you do it is because while this card is on the field, while this card is a Xyz material, a neither player can send cards from their deck to the graveyard. Also, cards added from the graveyard to the hand are banished instead.
Oh, wow.
During either player's turn, when your opponent activates the effect of a dark monster, you attach an exceeds material from his card, negate it, and destroy it. It's like, that's hate.
Yeah. This
That's
is a
hate.
fight against the darkness.
This just said, you know what? You know, Satella Knights, you know that deck? They're pretty good against Burning Abyss and Shadows now. That's what this card said.
Have you seen this thing's weird, awkward, like, solemn, holy, creepy mask face?
Yeah.
Mask face.
It looks like an M7, kind of. He has M7's wings.
Does he? I think this guy's wings are a little bit more...
Colorful.
Yeah. They're similar. They might be the same.
And he's a random Weirem. But you can Z-summon it with 3 level 5 light monsters.
Or you could plop...
You could just make one of the Stellar Knight Exes.
No, you could put
and just
M7
plop.
on this.
Oh, yeah. Wait, can you?
Yep.
M7. Using a constant. Yeah, you can just plop an M7.
Yeah.
If that. So once it's done, you plop it. M7 plopping.
Yep. And then use this as Xyz material. And both are 27, so yeah, this is probably just M7.
Before he becomes M7.
I guess. Or after.
He's a combination of M7, a Constellar monster, and... Oh, trivia. That's a better idea.
This monster's a mixture of Gem Knight, Master Diamond, and...
I knew. I was going to say Master Daemon. Shining bright like a Diabound. There you go. Justin isn't here, but I channel the spirit for that one. There you go. Okay, and then moving on. Past the vaulted door. Name that show quick.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, laboratory.
That's close.
Ooh, he almost said the wrong word. He said laboratory. After the Satella Knights, we have these Yosenju. Yosenju. So we get this hidden arsenal pack, which we didn't do a news section, but we get this hidden arsenal pack that gets something beasts. Spirit Beasts. Spirit Beasts,
Those
Necros, and Yosenju all in that pack.
The Yosenju, I don't know if I care about them. Those are those beast things that always, like, return to
They make me angry, that's all I know.
Really?
I was playing against them, it's so annoying. I hate it when they just summon, like, 4 monsters every turn, they all go back to the hand. Like, I'm trying to test a deck here, and they're just playing this deck, I don't know what's going on. That's the most annoying thing about Unrated, is, like, you don't test anything at all. That's like, when you have to go into Unrated to test. You don't actually get to test because you have no idea what's going on. Anyway,
Yeah.
like against this deck. They're all beast. No, wait, what is this? This one's different. I don't know what these do.
Yosenju Magetsu Sinran. 2000 attack, 100 defense. Beast Wind.
I didn't realize that he was like this weird face going.
Yeah, he's
for
like.
a long
He's
time.
like
I thought he was like.
birdy thing.
When I first saw it, I thought it was just like he had like a towel wrapped around his head, and that was like wasn't there.
Oh, you didn't see the top part?
Yeah, and it was just like slowly going like that. But I like the original vision better than this crazy like.
This thing is a nightmare.
It's like a weasel with a scabbard.
Huge teeth.
Yeah.
But its effect is if it's normal summoned, you can special summon one Yosenji monster from your deck. And then during the end phase, if this card was special summoned, return to the hand. So,
yeah. But you can't summon another copy of itself. Which is
true.
Most of the other ones are when they're normal summoned, they allow you to immediately normal summon another Yosenju. Speaking of which, we got Yosenju Suji Kirakazi. To Suji Kirakazi. And this is a Beast Warrior. They're all Beast Warrior win, so tanky. Right? 1000 attack, 0 defense. In the end phase, if this card was normal summon this turn, return to the hand. They all have that effect. You can only use each of these effects of Surijikaze once per turn. During either player's damage step, when he sends your monster he controls, battles an opponent's monster, you can discard this card from your... Discard, that monster. So it's like a Kalute for 1000 attack. And then, while it's on the field, you can target a monster on the field and get 1000 attack. So it's like on-field Kalute or in-hand Kalute. But that's also beneficial because it's returned to your hand during the end phase. It's very honesty.
Lots more ability to use it. Yeah, it is kind of.
But these two are a little different than their normal archetype. Like I said, all the ones that come out in the pack later all have the effect when they're normal summoned, you can immediately normal summon another Yosenju.
And then they have something else?
And they all have when they're normal summoned, they return to the hand. And I think all of them pretty much have, if you have another Yosenju, do something. And then they have some pendulum monsters.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Dat Princess of the Necros.
Wow.
It's weird. There's like 2 Necros cards in this pack, but it's like random. It's random that they're coming out for us now when we haven't gotten them yet.
That is weird.
So we got Dat Princess of the Necros. Clearly Dat Princess of the Ice Barrier.
Princesa
And then this super duper good card called the Necros Armor of Gungar.
Danza de los Necros. That's a pretty awesome Spanish name.
Princesa de la Danza de la Necros. Yeah, that's fun.
Necrosu no Mihahime.
Maihime? Maihime. She's a spellcaster. Most of them are spellcasters, warriors, or dragons. Water, like all of them. 1600 attack and defense. I don't know what it does. I'm going to read it now. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of Necros ritual spells. Okay. Also, Necros ritual launches you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect. That's rude. If this card is tributed for a card effect, target one of your banished Necros monsters except for herself and add it to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. That seems good. I felt like when I read all the Necros that they all did more than they deserved.
All of the ones that I read. The Necros are the ritual ones, right?
Yep.
Good. Then yeah, they do a lot. They're like 3 effects. Ridiculous.
They all do more than they deserve. Then we got Necros Armor of Gungar.
I do like them though. I read a comment somewhere saying that we came off as not liking the Necros, or like I might have come off because they got banned. Something got banned in Japan and the OCG or whatever got limited, and I think I remember saying I was like, yeah, they should get banned because they seem that rituals always are crazy or whatever.
Yeah,
but I do like them. I love their artwork and I like what they're based on.
Artwork's nice. I don't like their design at all. It's not cool. It's not an interesting design for a deck. It's completely, like, exclusive deck design. And it's completely overpowered. 2 things I don't like.
Understandable.
But this card's really good. Completely overpowered once again. Level 7 ritual, same stats as Gungar. It looks like Gungar, but it's a breakfast cereal. You can ritual summon it with a Necros ritual spell. Must be ritual summoned using monsters other than level 7 monsters. Cannot be summoned in other ways. During either player's turn, discard this card, target a Necros, and this turn it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. That's cute. That's good. And then it gets a bonus. During either player's turn, you can discard a Necros card and target a card in the field and destroy it. You can only use each effect once per turn. It's like an Uber disruption. It's really good. But I don't know if they even run it because the rest of them are so good. That's how good the deck is that I don't think they actually run this.
It's just, yeah. Why would you not think this card was cool?
It's a good card. Good art. Good effect. 2 good effects. Good stats. Good everything. It's even searchable with that card that got limited to 1 in Japan. Preparation?
Wow.
Yeah. Which we're getting a super rare reprint of.
I hope it's in something huge so that it somehow becomes even more expensive because now more people want it because it's theoretically more available.
I don't remember what it was. Moving on. And of course we get a Spirit Beast, since we're going to get some of each. But for some reason they just are haters on Spirit Beasts.
That deck scares me. It seems like okay so far.
We also skipped over Gem Knight Lapis.
We don't have to talk about it.
It's just a vanilla.
We don't have to talk about it.
And there's a fusion that uses it in this pack that doesn't matter.
We don't have to talk about it.
It looks dumb too. It's got Rampanta, the gangster penguin of the Spirit Beast. Look at him. He's a macaroni penguin, and he knows he's cool.
A macaroni penguin?
That's always what I called those penguins. I think it's a type of penguin that usually has those, like, feather eyebrows. But that might be a slang name. I remember it from Scamper, the penguin. It was a old cartoon where there's penguins that live somewhere, they're baby penguins. And they get taken by, like, poachers, and they're going to be brought to the zoo. And they meet up with one on the board who's got eyebrows, and they're like, why you got these big eyebrows? And he's like, I'm a macaroni penguin.
Okay.
And,
I never saw that.
I wouldn't expect you to see it. Like, another one I watched when I was a kid was Seabert the Seal. Good times with Seabert. I could sing the song about Seabert, but I don't want to because it's embarrassing.
That's okay. End of the podcast. That's the after show stuff.
Yeah. Rampenta's weird. You want to read this one?
Sure. 1600 attack, 400 defense, level 4, wind beast. Once per turn, you can banish one ritual monster from your extra deck. And if you do, ritual beast, you can banish one ritual beast monster from your extra deck. And if you do, send one ritual beast monster with the same type as that banished monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only special summon Rampenta, the spiritual beast, once per turn.
See, it's a card you read and you go, I have no idea what's going on.
You're like, why do I want to banish ritual beast monsters from my extra deck?
Yeah, I read this and I had to go read all of them, and it's really weird.
They all banish each other and then come back and get materials and stuff.
Yeah, and it's so random that it just has at the end of its effect, you can only summon this card once per turn, even though it has nothing to do with special summoning itself in the card text at all. It's a really weird card and a really weird deck. It's interesting, though, but I don't have much to say other than that. Do you have more to say?
Spiritual beasts seem like a maybe more broader version of Ultra Athletes, kind of. Like, they don't have, from what I've seen, they don't have the kind of opponent manipulation that Ultra Athletes do, but they have the same kind of, like, swapping of monsters on the field.
Oh, yeah, it's like... Oh, it's kind of like Glad Beast-ish, too. Like, they tag in and tag out.
Yeah.
Because they have fusion monsters, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you contact fusion by banishing.
Yeah.
But then the monsters can return to the extra deck to special summon the materials. It's weird. But all of them are like weenies.
Yeah.
They can, fun fact, they can summon Totem Bird.
Oh, 2 win level 3s?
Mm-hmm. There's a guy that's trying to pick him up, but I'm always like, I know why you want it. So I always keep the one I have. And that's the only one. We didn't even get a fusion. So sad.
That's a terrible, terrible name.
Rampenta?
No. Like one of the next ones. I'll go to it now.
Smarfon?
Smarfon.
I love Smarfon.
The worst name ever.
It's brilliant.
Such a bad name.
It's a brilliant name. That's brilliant.
So
like Giga Brilliant, man. That is a brilliant, Giga Brilliant name.
Okay.
These guys are really good, though. Really good. I watched someone make he made a double Quasar first turn. It's Morphotronic deck.
Hey, well, it's a level 1 Earth tuner, 100/100. It's just as good as Cellphon.
Yeah, but better because it's tuner. And it cannot be normal summoner set, but must first be special summoned, so you can't machine dupe it, from your hand by banishing a Morphotronic monster from your graveyard. In attack mode, you roll 6-sided die, excavate cards from the top of your deck up to the die roll, and add an excavated Morphotronic card from your deck to your hand and then shuffle the deck. So it's like Cellphon, except it adds it to your hand. So special summoning, which is beneficial because it's kind of like Cellphon. Cellphon summons itself, doesn't play itself, but this card adds itself so you can special it. Mm-hmm. And the defense one is the same as Cellphon, except you can put them back in a different order. Or on the top or bottom of the deck. This card is really good, but I don't want to have to explain all the things that it does. It does a lot. It does a lot. Well, like I said, first turn double Quasar deck exists because this card is real.
That's ridiculous.
But it's like elaborate. Like there's a lot of stuff that happens. It's not like you go like oh, I'm going to go into this, and this Quasar. Like it's like this, remove it, like this back, and like it goes on for like ever, and then you get double Quasar. And it involves like I think you summon like Road Warrior in it, maybe, I don't know.
That wouldn't surprise me. Road Warrior is one of those instruments that summons Quasar.
Yeah. There's this gangster card. It's super cool. Skilled Blue Magician. I believe a lot of these cards that are already reeled are the cards that we get in the thing that we also get the Preparation of Rites as like additional as super rare reprints.
Preparation of rights.
Preparation of rights. Skilled Blue Magician. Light, 1818, Spellcaster, level 4. That's some good stats. Some good picture.
Oh. It's a really nice picture.
Mm-hmm.
I like the artwork on this a lot.
Each time a spell's activated, you get the spell counter max 3, just like the other dudes. Just like White and Black Magician. Or, no, Dark, sorry.
Skilled Dark Magician, Skilled White Magician.
Yeah, not Black. You contribute a discard 3, spell counter, some guy the Fierce Knight from your hand, deck, or graveyard. But then in the graveyard, you can banish it to target a monster you control that kind of spell counters and place one on it.
That's something.
1818
is pretty sturdy.
It basically doesn't summon Guy the Fierce Knight. That effect doesn't exist.
It's kind of dumb that it's a light monster. It should be Earth.
Yeah.
Because there's White Magician, which is definitely light. There's Dark Magician, which is definitely dark. And this is just not Earth for some reason.
It should be water.
I mean, based on the color, it is, absolutely.
Well, he's blue.
Yeah.
But, that card might as well not summon Guy the Fierce Knight and just be a ultimate well of spell counters.
Well, don't you have to banish him?
In the graveyard?
Yeah.
To target a card that can have spell counters and place one on it?
Yeah, why is he a well? Oh, he's a well.
So on the field, he just gets spell counters to be used, and then once he dies, he puts spell counters back. That's like his purpose in life, is to put spell counters on stuff.
That is his purpose. Now he's the functional one that does that all the time, so you don't have to run the other ones. But
yeah.
I would be surprised
if you do anything with this.
I almost would rather probably have the 1900 attack as a spell counter well.
Well, I mean, you could run one Gaia, because you can summon it from hand deck or graveyard. Mm-hmm. Do the other ones all do that, or is it just hand deck? Checking.
Hand deck or graveyard.
I'll check right now. Skilled.
What the heck?
Hand deck or graveyard. And hand deck or graveyard. Buster Blader and Dark Magi Magician. Yeah, you might want to run Skilled Dark because it summons Dark Magician, who is also a spellcaster. And relevant-ish.
That would make sense.
Gaia. Oh, it's just the crappy one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Swift Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
Which wouldn't matter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's just weird.
It's an interesting card, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's usable, so it's super. Kogimar Overdose.
Lazergan Overload. Meow, 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 meow. Alright.
Meow, 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 meow. You know how long ago I actually saw that anime? Ages ago.
So many, you've watched
like, it could be bad now. It could be not as good as things I like. Right?
You could have grown.
I could have grown.
Hey, then that's a good thing because so did
everybody in it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But then, like, at the same time, like, I wanted to still be that amazing thing that I saw back in the day. But I might not. It might just be like really like, oh, this is really kind of cliche and boring.
Mm-hmm. The appeal of the over the topness might not grow on you as much as it did.
Yeah. Now I think of it almost as like parody to the genre it's a part of.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Inside references for everyone.
For those of you who have watched Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Yes. Heaven piercing red face. Okay, Kogimara doing end phase destroyed unless you discard core or reveal rock. Ooh. Tell me attack.
So it's hungry.
During either player's turn, when your opponent would summon a monster, tribute this card and negate the summon if you destroy that monster. That's good.
They don't already have one of those?
Nope.
They have an effect one.
Negate effects, spells, traps. Now this. I could just check.
Really
I feel like there's another one. Quacky.
And it might not have been a Kokimaro monster.
Got that Night.
That ice.
Oh, we got that weird prototype was the other one. Which is kind of not a part of them, but it's rock. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't get another one. Oh, and it looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
It looks a lot cooler than the other ones. Like
this one looks less like it's trying to fit into a theme, which is literally what it is. It's a freaking monster. It's a Kokimaro monster. I don't know which one this is supposed to be. Trivia.
Wait, which one's it supposed to be? What do you mean?
It's like what even is it's an overdose. Like it's one of them, but it got overdosed.
It's not one of them.
The core in this monster's chest.
It has the diamond core.
The diamond as opposed to the regular.
Sobrecarga. Oh, that's the German. The German one is overdose. Not German. Japanese is also just overdose.
Core Chimail? Oh, that's
it's so random that like the actual way you would say that the name of the Kokimaru is Klakimaru in Japanese. And they kept it. They kept it. Why wasn't it Core Chimail or whatever the like actual translation was?
I don't know. Because I would be okay with core, but the Chimail.
Well, Chimail is weird. Why don't they just like Core Mail?
Core meld. No, that's weird. Both of them are weird. How about that?
Yeah. Well, Kokimaru is like super weird.
It is. It's just as weird as
I feel like this one is like rock that got overdosed.
Yeah. But I mean, it had to have been something before, because it got overdosed, right? Like,
no, it is overdose.
It is overdose? That's what it was created as? It was created to be a monster that says, please kill me?
It's a guy, it's a guy who drank a lot of beer. He's a beer monster.
Or did too much, injected too much Kokimaru, if you know what I'm saying.
He got way too much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened. No, this one's good, but I mean, it doesn't solve the problem of normal summon again.
And no searching whatsoever. You're just at the mercy of whatever you draw.
Yeah. It makes them, like, now you don't have to run the bad ones, I guess. Like, the spells and trap ones are pretty much bad. Like, they're way too hard to, I don't know, the spell one, I don't know. They're so...
Double... Do you know how... absurd. Okay. Just double Dark Hole is absurd.
Yeah.
It's not even like a good... I thought it was an okay thing, but it's not okay.
No, it just ruins decks that are meta.
Yep.
Here we got that Jiggle Bite. No, that's what the ban list did. It was just like, you're not running meta, you don't run deck.
You can't play Dark Hole and plus off of it? How dare you?
Yeah.
That's what that is saying. It's absurd. So we're going to
Jiggle Bite. The next guy to go with the thingies. What were they called again?
The Spirit Beasts?
No. The Familiar Possessed.
Familiar Possessed.
I believe they also get a trap.
What is this going to be called in English?
Jiggle Bite, probably.
But there already is a Gigabyte.
No, Yugioh with a J.
But Yugioh is so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's really similar to Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness, and Inari Fire. I don't know what the other one is.
Well, but I mean, this is like Go Gigo. That's what this looks like. It looks like the Go Giga stuff.
Yeah, well, Familiar Possessed Araya has a Gigo.
Yeah, it does. So what is this?
It's that guy.
So it goes Gigabyte,
Jiggle Bite,
Gaga
Gigo, Gig. we're speaking nonsense. Giga, Gaga Gigo, and Go Giga, Gaga Gigo, and then Gaga Gigo, the Risen, which is the triple rank 4.
Mm-hmm.
But
I cannot believe that they would call it Gigabyte in English. They'd have to call it Gigo Flop.
I could just call it Gagigo.
They could call it Gagigo. That would be awesome. I hope they do.
Yeah.
I so hope they do.
I hope it's Gagigo. But
that would be so cool.
No, like all of them have like a normal monster that exists.
Well, I know, but Gigabyte does exist. That's what I'm saying.
Well, are we gonna get the dark one?
That's Metabat or something.
Metabat? Meta?
I think it might be D.
Oh, Meta. Yeah. Metabat, yeah. Have we ever gotten, like, another version of it? We'd have to look up Metabat.
For those of you who don't know what Metabat is, Metabots.
Metabots.
More power.
So the Familiar Possessed Dark has Metabat on it. And, like, the Earth one has Nefarious Archfiend. Oh, Beast Varmint of Nefariousness? Yeah. Yeah, that's all. They'll have a familiar that's a crappy normal monster.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. And, so, Jiggle Bite.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like an advanced version of Metabat, though.
There usually
to the picture
is.
or something.
Maybe it's the only one that hasn't gotten one.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Because Dark came out a lot later.
It's so much later. Lina the Light Charmer.
Yeah, the Light Charmer didn't actually, like, get a possessed, or a familiar.
She didn't.
The light one doesn't have a familiar.
That would be thematically okay.
Oh, does it? No, it's got the petite thing.
Oh, it has a light one.
The petite angel, is that what that is?
Yeah, you probably, yep. Oh, no, that's Happy Lover.
Oh, Happy Lover.
I don't like that, I know that. That's really specific.
So they didn't make the familiar possessed light. That's what they haven't made.
The advanced version of it?
Yeah.
I hate this guy. It's so stupid.
Because, yeah, I remember that. It turns into Lina the Magician, the one that, like, looks at their set cards or something. This is some random Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore we're looking at. Lina the Light Charmer. The Light... Oh, gosh, I don't remember what it was.
Enemies become overjoyed when struck by the heart ray emitted from the forehead of this tiny cherub. Happy Lover. Wow.
A zombie that suddenly appeared from plot number 13. An empty grave.
That's good.
I remember there was a podcast where we just did that. So yeah, going back to where this all stemmed from, Yugioh. It's a reptile. Oh, it's a reptile. It's a searchable reptile. That's okay. Wow, my mind was just blown because I just realized something about this card. Because you can just run this in that deck that runs the Shadol Dragons that you summon with Mass Chameleon. Shadol Dragon is a spellcaster. You can, if you control a spellcaster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then when this card is destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon a monster with 1500 attack and 200 defense from your deck, except for Yugioh. All of the ones, Inari Fire and Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness, have 1500 attack, 200 defense. So it summons one of those when it's destroyed, period. That just makes that deck so much better, because now you can just run this and search it with the King of Feral Imps, and also be running an Archfiend Eater of Nefariousness for when you just have Shadol Dragons, you can just eat them and pop a spell and trap. Oh, it's good. And then the Shadol Dragons like fuel the summoning of them, and then oh yeah, that's hostess, man.
Okay, interesting.
But then to go along with the familiars board, we have the Continuous Trap. It's at like the very bottom of the pack, called Familiars Unleashed. Some guy played this against me, and I was severely underwhelmed. But I'm always interested in the familiar monsters because they have effects that summon themselves from the deck, which is ridiculous.
Which is always good. Boom. Familiar.
I don't know what this does. We're going to learn together. Charmer monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. And I believe the Charmers are the ones that take control of monsters, right?
Yes.
And then if a familiar possessed monster attacks an opponent's monster, gains an 800 attack, your damage calc. Your damage calc only, so they go up from 1850 to 2650. It's pretty big.
Also good.
If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is face up, you can special summon from your deck in attack mode or face down defense a spellcaster with 1500 defense and a different attribute from the destroyed monster's original attribute.
That's interesting.
I wonder if there's anything random that could be summoned.
Spellbook boy.
1500 exactly.
1500 exactly. Oh. Probably nothing.
Yeah. We're going to learn right now.
Kind of nothing. Got all that nothing got that nothing in my cup.
You can summon Gravekeeper's Oracle. That's useless. You can summon Allure Queen level.
You probably can't, can you?
You can, but it has no effect. You can summon Gravekeeper Shaman. Oh, Different Dimension Master.
That's actually nice.
And then all the familiar Possess and Gravekeeper's Heretic. A lot of the Gravekeepers. Oh, so you can swap your Commandants out for, like, Assailants. Toy Magician. The Fire Sorcerer. Oh, those Storming ones.
That can be summoned from the deck?
Yeah. there's like the alternate. So there's the Charmers, the Familiar Possessed, and then like Storming Wind, Avalanching Ausa, Raging Uriah, Blazing Heat. And they like tribute their attribute to do something. Oh, they're bad.
They all have 815.
Oh, they're really bad. Oh gosh, stop reading, Kyle. Injection Fairy Lily. The Charmer monsters, which you summon face down.
Face up attack. Oh, face.
Summon from your deck in attack mode or face down defense.
Yeah.
And the Musician King. Well, you can summon this. You can summon Black Tortoise Summoner. Flip effect. Target a monster you controls. Destroy it.
That's a cool card. I like that card.
And you can summon it face down.
He's the trainer of the Spirit Beast people.
Of course.
Familiars. Familiar Possessed.
So that's an interesting card. Familiars Unleashed.
I like that.
Look at that. Guys, gonna beat him up. Oh. Jigglebite. Next is Caius. A really scary looking Caius Monarch. Kyr the Shadow King.
Kyr the Shadow King.
How long have we been going? Forever?
Probably pretty long.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, forever. We should stop.
Are we going to do a two-parter?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Sure. We'll stop once we get to the extra deck. Kyr the Shadow King.
That's what you're calling it?
That's his name.
Is it?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Justin invented the Mega Monarchs before they were real. And they were the something kings. And they had versions of their name that were like distorted. And Caius's one was Kyr the Shadow King.
I don't like the way this Caius looks. I mean, it looks cool, but other Caius look kind of
more banished-y.
He was like the banished thing.
This thing looks like a zombie.
Yeah. This thing looks like a fiend. Like an actual fiend. I don't like that. 2800 attack, 1000. Big surprise there. Level 8, big surprise. Fiend, big surprise. I'm so surprised. You can tribute it by tributing one monster. One tribute summon monster, and then if it is tribute summoned, you can target a card on the field, and if it was tributed by a dark monster, you can target one additional card on the field. You banish those targets, and if you did, you inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Also, after that, if the targets were if one of the targets was a dark monster, banish all copies of that dark monster that your opponent owns. From their hand, their main deck, their extra deck, their graveyard,
and their eBay account.
Their eBay account, their collection at home, their friend's binder. Just get rid of them all.
You don't actually, and it says burn them.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
If you are friends, cease being friends, and then win the match. Okay. No, that's interesting though. There's forever banishes a dark monster.
No matter what it is or where it is. That's pretty cool.
Always just 1,000. It's a little sad, though. If you tribute summon it by not tributing a dark monster, okay, which isn't that unreasonable, and you don't banish a dark monster, it's exactly the same as Caius. Except, it always does 1,000.
It always does 1,000, yeah.
So it's a little underwhelming. I wish it did more when you just summoned it with no conditions met. But then again,
this is just another card for the Ritual Burning Abyss deck.
Yeah, it's another card to run with Ghost Tricks.
That's not cool. That's already annoying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just kind of fits into the Ghost Trick Frog Monarch deal.
Yep.
Because you contribute a Ghost Trick / Rank 1 guy.
And you contribute Burning Abyss monsters. Because they're dark and free.
Because they're dark and free, and then you can banish their... Oh gosh, if you banish the window. Banish all windows from your extra deck.
We're done here.
So weird. And then... Is that it? Is there 2 more?
No, I don't think so.
And then we get to those interesting but not archetypal cards. Which we'll do those, and then we'll quit for now. Thundercap, Skywolf, and Oni Yugioh are the only 2 that are shiny. So they're the only 2 that are good. We already talked about that guy.
So cool looking magic card.
Cool looking magic card.
Level 7, so it's like nothing touches that, and 2,500 attack, so nothing touches that either. And then, if it's special summoned from the graveyard, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls.
Enter.
You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this.
So you just call on it. / Oasis of Dragon Souls during your bonus turn. And those cards become not Regeki.
Oasis of Dragon Souls? Was that too?
It's called Haunted in defense mode.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Any monster?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
There's additional things on it that are a little different, but literally it just works like that.
Mm.
Like what's the one? It makes the monster a Wyram, and then it has like a little bit different wording so that if you synchro with the monster, it'll go to the graveyard.
Mm.
But if you Xyz, it'll stay on the field.
Mm.
But Call the Haunted, if you synchro, it'll stay there or tribute the monster. So if the only way to make the new one stay on the field is if you Xyz.
Mm.
But that doesn't matter.
Oh, not another one of these cards.
What?
The one that we're looking at.
What do you mean by another one?
There's one that looks somewhat like this. I don't remember what it's called.
This is like filling up the Denko Sekka spot kind of card.
Mm.
The other random stun level 4 monster they're giving us. You know, they've been doing that. They're just giving us a random stun monster. That's what this one is.
1800 attack, 100 defense, Thunder level 4. Neither player can activate spell cards during main phase 1. That's... who cares?
It's really annoying for some decks.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's now, spell canceller is like super useless.
It looks like something maybe we know.
Yeah, it does. I don't remember what it's called though.
Monster version of Anti-Regeki.
Oh, well there we go.
Oh, whoa. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I think so.
When your opponent activates Regeki, all of your opponent's monsters are destroyed in place of your own. Oh man, you can actually play that card now.
That's actually terrifying.
Oh, this is adorable. I don't even know what this is. Dragon Dowser. Oh, there's the Anti-Regeki.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the thing that becomes decrepit-looking Pendulum Dragon.
Does it?
Oh, Pendulum! The new Pendulum Dragon looks all like fat and weird-looking.
This thing becomes adorable as soon as you draw it.
Which one? Oh,
Dragon Dowser. It's like a dowsing thing that you hold in your hand and douse with. It's a level 4 Wyram, 15/15. Earthen. If this card in the field is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, a win. So that means it misses the timing.
No, it's when... Oh, it is when you can, so yeah.
You can special summon an Earth Pendulum monster from your deck in defense mode, but it's destroyed during the end phase. You don't use this big monster. That doesn't... Like, what do you summon?
I'm not going to get this on the field that fast.
What do you summon with this?
Things in the future? I don't know.
Earth Pendulum.
Well, this has to be destroyed first, and it has to be, and this is a Wyram, so you can't search this easily. You just have to draw it.
You just get it, and
or special summon it with.
So of course there's all the Cliff Wards.
Yeah, Cliff Wards.
Oh, what is this? Mandragon?
Oh yeah,
that's disgusting.
But it's a plant. F this thing.
But it's a level 5 vanilla 2 scale.
Yeah, that's something.
And then there's Dora Dragon Machine. Level 4, 7 scale, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all these Cliff Warts. And there's all these... Oh, there's the Performapal. Oh, you can get the hamster. Rescue hamster. That guy's cool.
Or you summon it to the field.
Performapal Pendulum Wizard. I bet he's good and not coming to us. The Part Naga, the hand snake.
Mm.
You can get tramp. Oh, you don't want any of these on the field. So it doesn't do anything. Except for Cliff Warts. But they're not running this.
I mean, it puts the Pendulum monster in defense mode. And then
destroys it.
Destroyed. And it has to be destroyed by battle or by the opponent's card effect. So it's like it might miss the timing, and then you get this defense position thing on probably your opponent's turn.
It's destroyed.
Yeah.
And I assume that you summon it back.
Yeah. So what do you need that much?
Nothing. This is just bad, but it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Another token. To the Front Observer. Which, that's a weird name. I don't get it. It observes the front.
Sounds vaguely like something from a comic book.
Is there a trivia button? No, there isn't. That's another thing that adds a card you don't want.
And really awesome artwork.
It's pretty cool.
Kind of reminds me of Bioshock.
Yeah, I was going to say Bioshock.
During the end phase, if this card was normal summon this turn, you can add 1 Earth Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. During the end phase of your next turn, after this card was normal summoned, you contribute this card and add 1 Earth monster from your deck to your hand. Survive for 2 turns.
And you get any Earth monster.
Yeah, you get 2 cards.
Which is good.
No, you technically get 1 card because you have to
contributes
tribute this.
himself.
But it only has 1,000 attack. Come
It's
on
like
now.
not going to happen effects.
Come on now.
I mean, I like the idea. This is a card that I like the existence of, but doesn't do anything.
It would be better for a different game.
A slower game.
Mm-hmm. A game more about resource struggle than it is.
Yeah, there's no struggle.
Mm.
Now we move on to the power. The power. If anything, this is a chase card, but I believe it's just going to be common.
Really?
So it's not a chase card at that point. Which is it is a newer version of the 3-legged zombie. This lore I do know. And they're like drunk singing.
Yeah, they're all friends and stuff now.
Yeah. Level 3 tuner. 1300 attack is 0 defense. I felt like when I read this guy the first time, it was like never far away, like from us getting it.
Mm.
So I didn't care. But now it's like I'm practically holding this card.
Mm.
Like, how many days is that? Like 5 days, and I can have it?
Yeah.
But, it's level 3 zombie tuner. Target a face-up monster on the field. Discard a card, and if you do it, increase its level by 1. Oh, did it change? No, it didn't. You can target a face-up monster on the field for the rest of the turn. Monsters you control cannot attack except non-attack monsters. Also send a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase its level by 1.
So good.
I'm going to activate each effect once per turn.
So good.
It is the card.
Mm.
Okay. I think you all know. Oh.
That thing's cool looking. Desk bot. Let me pull it up here.
Number 3. I'm sure you've been waiting all your life for Shin Majugarzet.
The only one that's good is Great Majugarzet. Like, the rest are so bad. This one is the same as the other one that already exists.
But, Despot 3. When this card's normal summon, special summon a Despot from your deck, except for Despot 3. Once per turn, either player's turn, target a Despot you control against 500 attack and defense for each Despot you currently control in the other turn. And they're all 500, so you get a lot of Despots because of Machine Dupe.
This thing's art is so confusing.
What is going on?
Like, it doesn't look like it would... So, I guess the desk bots are literally things that would be on a desk. It's a protractor, kind of.
He looks like he's made out of
or
pencil sharpener.
Well, I mean, he has, like, rulers, and he has, like, one of those, like, one of those, like, triangle things in the background, right? And he has, like, a ruler sword. But his helmet is so impractical. It looks like it's 2 pieces of separate plastic, one in front of the other, rather than it being one combined thing.
He's gonna smack you with that.
Like, what's
that circle drawing thing?
And then he has, like, the compass tool attached to his arm that really just looks like it would get in the way of him doing any kind of, like, organizational task.
No, maybe it's behind him,
like
and then
fighting,
just the visualiness makes it look like it's attached.
What?
The protector's just behind him. It just looks like it's attached to his hand.
This one?
No, the circle drawing thing.
These ones.
On his arm. The circle thing, yeah.
I don't know.
It's just behind him, right?
I don't know about
the stabby thing is coming out of his palm.
Yeah, I think it's coming out of a circle in his... Because why would it be there? It wouldn't need to be there. Everything else in the background. Like,
his feet are tape measures.
They're like scissors in the background, too, I think.
His feet are tape measurers.
Oh, they are tape measures. That's good. There's just a lot going on in this picture. It's distracting. And then he has a leveler for an elbow.
Yeah.
For both. That doesn't work.
He knows where his elbows are. in comparison.
But I mean,
to
there's
level.
liquid in there. So did he like break a leveler and then is he being fueled by level juice?
He's weird. It's good-ish.
I like summoning things from the deck.
That's all. It's a good effect.
Yeah.
I think Death Squad 2 is level 2 and Death Squad 1 is level 1, so no exceeds of Shokan.
Ew, then no one cares.
But I believe the other ones do more boosting, so you get them in the boost to boost. And then Shin.
Let's read this monster that is exactly the same as the other ones, except worse now, apparently.
No.
So 800, reoccurring nightmare, and
Mass Chameleon?
no.
Oh, you can special summon this one.
From your hand. Yeah, cannot be normal summoned or set, which is unlike all of the other ones. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing every single monster you control, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card's attack is only the combined original attack of the monsters tributed for its special summon.
And then Piercing.
If this card attacks the defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Rather than, so the other one either tributes one or tributes two monsters. There's great Maju Garzette, like Grand Maju Garzette. Grand Maju is like a level 8 or maybe level 7 that tributes two monsters and becomes the original attack of those combined monsters. So let's see.
There's Grand, which is the banished monsters one. Great. Tribute 1. Twice the tribute monster. Maju Garzette is a 2 tribute. And it becomes equal to the combined of the two? That's just so useless. Why is this one worse than Great? Why is Maju Garzette worse? I mean, their names imply that. But why make the 7 so bad?
7 is bad, and then this one is an 8 that does like the same thing as the 7, except it forces you to tribute all of your monsters.
Yeah, but the difference is it's a special summon.
That is true.
So it's easier.
True. But the problem is that nothing that you're going to summon in any quantity is going to give you enough attack to make this worth it, except Kyle is like, wait a minute, he has something. What are you doing? Oh.
Okay, rank 7. Number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk. 0 attack, 3,000 defense. It requires 2 7s. You can detach 2 materials from this card, special summon as many possible Battle Eagle tokens. 2,000 attack, 0 defense. But destroy them during the end phase. Also, your opponent takes no further battle damage during this turn. But you just summon an 8,000 attack monster.
Wow, yeah, that's true. That's something. Okay.
It's kind of funny.
That's good. Photon, like Sanctuary, summons 2.
Yeah, 2,000 attack.
But they can't
Tokens
be
in
used for
defense.
anything. No, I think it's attack, or whatever you want. I think they can't attack or be used for tributes except for light or something.
These tokens cannot attack or be used as synchro material monsters. You cannot summon other monsters turn you activate this card except for lights. So bad.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work, pretty much.
Yeah.
I saw someone running it in Radix, this thing. Because you can just go like normal, special. But it's 8. Well, so you would... Oh, yeah. It was a variant of the Dark Matter Dragon tech. Dang it.
Oh.
Yeah, you would summon any Heradic, tribute it for this, summon the level 8, make it rank 8, send all your Dragon Brothers. Begin.
I see. Whatever.
It looks kind of cool, I guess. He's like, I'm so gangster.
He's really, really evil. You know how evil he is based on the number of eyes he has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes. 5 eyes. That's crazy.
The eyes have it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Moving on, I think this is the last one.
Our favorite.
To the Marinating Captain. I think we talked about him last time. Because he's so awesome. I mean, not usable, but awesome. Maybe he's usable, I don't know. I mean, if you're running a deck that needs cards out of your... Technically, this card could just be, when it's normal summon, shuffle a card from your hand to the deck and draw a card. Like, that's literally all it actually needs to do.
Yeah.
So it could just be that.
That is nice. It's good. It's a very bland effect. Yeah, when this card is normal summoned, you can shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck. Any 1 card, then draw 1 card, and if that card is a monster, you can special summon it. warrior, level 3, 1200 attack, 400 defense. It's Earth, so it works with all of those crazy, stupid Earth warrior toolbox things, like that horrible
Well, you
warrior.
shouldn't be able to attack this if you control a warrior.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's cooking, so he's distracted. Yeah.
You should only be able to attack this.
Yeah. He's bringing people to the feast.
Yes.
They're traveling from far away because he's a fantastic marinating captain.
Well, he goes along with all the marauding team that's in the background of the card. Maraud.
Is there a marauding team?
Maybe not.
Yeah. I don't know if there is.
I know he's got that team in the background.
Well, the
that
guy in
will
the
clearly be
background,
mentioned in the
I think
trivia.
hold on. Before we go trivia.
It's
Oh my
one of
gosh.
the Exiled Force-esque looking cards.
Like, the guy with the black hair looks like Roz,
Field Commander Roz. That may be Freed.
Oh, that might be Free. Yeah, I thought that was like one of the Royal Command guys. But it might be Free. He just has his like fork and knife. He's ready. And then these guys, I don't know who those guys would be, but let's find out.
This is Yugioh? Where? Are they eating him?
Freed, the matchless general. Field Commander Roz.
Yeah.
Yugioh and the unknown warrior from the artworks of Cry Havoc and A Forces appear in this artwork. There's an unknown warrior in the A Forces. Have to come back to that one.
Where it is, we gotta find the Yugioh. I don't see it. Is he hiding in the building? Is he in the tent? You see that, like, weird thing in the tent?
There's nothing in the tent. There's nothing in the tent. Oh,
Yeah.
This thing?
Yeah.
This thing looks like a bell that he can probably ring.
So there's no Yugioh, unless they're eating him.
Unless, like, he's like...
Oh, I think that is him.
But that doesn't even make any sense. Is he, like, crying?
Why is he there?
What is this white thing doing back there? This can't be something.
Okay, well,
No, is that him? Is he grabbing the tree? Is he
he's
salivating?
lurking. Oh, he sees it.
salivating
He
right
sees
now?
it, and he's like, oh.
He's so hungry. Wow.
Oh, yeah, there's the warriors from that.
Oh, there. Okay, that's... Well, I guess that guy...
And the
that's
A
pretty cool.
forces. It also has him, too.
That's pretty cool. He's like weird Thor.
Fat Thor.
That's
Why didn't they have
hilarious.
that guy?
Hold on.
Maybe he's not alive anymore.
I don't remember his name. Seven Swords Warrior?
He has, like, a bunch of... Alright, well, I'll figure it out right now.
He's just a warrior guy.
I remember the card. He's, like, got a lot of stuffs.
Assassin-y guy.
He's got a lot of weapons, I think. Hunter with 7 weapons.
Hunter with 7 weapons, yes.
Maybe in his story he dies, so he can't be in this
That's
marinating. Because, I mean, they can't have Diagrapher, because he's totally different now.
He's just off and doing some other crazy stuff.
Yeah. He's just, like, sitting there, like, ready to eat, that Freed.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He turns into Swordbreaker?
I mean...
I don't think
know.
that's true.
Yeah.
I upgraded for him, whatever. Okay. And that's all we're going to do for today.
Yep.
It only took us a good 2 hours.
2 hours and 12 minutes.
And we got half the pack left.
Yeah.
We didn't even do the exclusives, bro.
We didn't. You're right.
And we're not. Until next time, which we'll hopefully get to much quicker than we got to this one. But I mean, we told you this one was going to be later.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays. I see that guy talking in the video over there.
Here we
He's
go.
a very animated face.
We'll cover him with... No, that's not the one that I want. No, what
What are
is
you
it
looking
called? Oh, there it is. I want Forbidden Memories. Why is it... Oh, $94.99. Brand new. I want this baby used. Used is like $20. That's a lot of money.
Why is this happening?
Because I like this game, but I also hate this game because it's like really boring, but it's really interesting.
Because it's really boring.
This is the one that you fuse cards with from your hand to make
that one's
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, but it's just like so boring because all the cards are bad. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, the end game of Pokemon is boring.
In Sapphire?
Well, yeah, that one, but no, just a realization about Pokemon.
In general?
In general. It's like once you get past like a certain point, it becomes boring. It's like the game no longer has the things that made it interesting at the beginning of the game. But you could even start over that same one, and the beginning of the game will still be interesting. Because there's like that element of like the struggle, having limited resources, and all that stuff. But then you get to this point in the game where you have kind of what you want, and it's no longer fun anymore.
Yeah, a lot of... With my experience level of games, a lot of the more recent Pokemon games have felt like that to me. I mean, X and Y didn't really, because it had the novelty of being in 3D, so that was interesting, but I, in general, didn't... That game did a lot of new stuff. It had people that traveled with you, and I really liked that. It had 3D, and I liked that, so that was interesting, but I didn't really play the remake of Gold and Silver, because it was kind of boring to me. I haven't really taken to this Sapphire Ruby remake either. And the only game that I did stuff after the game was over was Diamond and Pearl. I went and found every territory that was on the map that I hadn't found before. What I want is more collectible stuff. Like a soundtrack finder. I want a soundtrack finder. There were songs in these games I didn't even know they existed, and one was this like crazy techno-y Pokemon song, and I never heard that before. But yeah, I would agree.
It gets to this point where there's like nothing, like you just don't like it's going. You know what's going to happen. It's like you're going to click the strongest attack your Pokemon has, and it's going to wall up whatever it hits, and you just keep doing. And it's like you're at the 4th gym till everywhere on. It just that's the rest of the game. Like they like. It's like the game loses all depth at that point, which is annoying. It's like, why would they do that? You'd think it'd get more interesting once you get later. So at the very least, they need to increase the difficulty. But then again, I know people who can't beat Pokemon games. Like, they're like, I've never beaten a Pokemon game.
That's crazy.
But a lot of them just get bored. Because at that point, they're like, I'm bored. But the Elite Four was total pushovers. I beat all of them but one, including the champion, with a Masquerain.
Oh.
That was it. Like I just kept going like, oh man, this is the perfect time to switch this in. And it was like on their first Pokemon every time. And then I just killed the rest of the Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, man, Masquerain's garbage. But not now. Like the only one I didn't use it on was the Ice one, because it doesn't have any moves that Ice Pokemon with. And Ice Pokemon are super effective. Back. If they knew what Ice move. The Ice one was so annoying. They had 2 Frostlass that knew Hail, and Frostlass's ability is when it's hailing, you have like a 20% chance to miss everything. And that means you miss everything.
Wow.
Like no matter what.
Wow, yeah.
Because they're computers. I missed so many attacks. Like I had a Pokemon just die to it. I just like got chipped to death because I missed like 5 times. I was like, it's so dumb. It was really annoying. But Pokemon, that was random rant about Pokemon. They need to do something to make the end of the game more interesting. Like I got pretty much after like the 5th gym, I think it was, I just bought Max Repels and had them active at all points. And then maybe the 6th gym, I started avoiding trainers. That's bad. Like I shouldn't want to do that.
Then they make your Pokemon level up so quickly in this game, and they make everything like super streamlined. You get experience share.
I didn't have the experience share on. I turned it off.
Well, that makes it harder. There you go. There's also trainers.
It would have been so easy.
So easy, you're right. It makes it a little more legacy. And then the fact that you can go back and rebattle trainers that you've already defeated, which means you can defeat them again, which means you get that slightly boosted experience that you get from trainers. But you're right. Sometimes you're just like, I don't have time to fight this trainer.
I know what's going to happen. It's just so boring. It's just like, I'm trying to get to the next gym because, I don't know, that'll be more interesting. But then it's not. And then I got to Elite Four and they were all pushovers. And I was like, why? Why are they so weak? They were all way over my level. Because I wasn't doing anything for the last 3 gyms. I was literally just going to the gym, play the gym, later leave, get to the next place, go to the gym.
Oh, man.
That's how the last 3 gyms were.
That's what I want from the beginning of the game. But the beginning of the game is just boat here, give stuff to people, boat over here, give stuff to people, boat over there, give stuff to people, go back to where you think the gym is, it's not there, you have to go all the way back. It's really boring.
A lot of that at the beginning. But I still like the whole, like, weak Pokemon is more interesting at that point. Then you start getting, like, TMs and stuff.
There should also be a legitimate difficulty level for Pokemon.
Yeah.
There should be, like, a hard, a medium, or whatever, and maybe you could set it. Maybe you could set it whenever you want in the game, but I feel like it would make it more interesting.
Yeah, but I feel like they would totally flub that. They would do the wrong interpretation of hard, you know, that they have in games where it's like hard not because it requires you to be more skilled, hard that is
because
just
it's
like,
literally on the computer.
It's just unfair, yeah. It's like Fire Emblem hard isn't hard at all. It's like the dumbest hard I've ever played. Where it's like, it's just like,
a guessing game.
It's literally you guess until you're right. You keep being wrong and restarting until you get it right. Like that's all. A lot of people interpret, like, that's how they make things hard, is they make it guess and check. I hate guess and check. That's how the puzzles were in that game. Like, there's some puzzles that are hard. Like, one of the things that's from Ruby and Sapphire that they did, so they like changed it in this one, is this trick house. And every time you go in there, he has a different like puzzle. And then you can keep going back and trying to finish that puzzle. And it's like a room with some kind of like puzzle. Like sometimes it's like once you get strength, you can get through this room and you move the rocks, you know, a rock moving puzzle. But there was one of the rooms. It was like so dumb. I was like, this isn't a puzzle. This isn't difficult. This is bad. This is weird. There wasn't like a really awkward like love-ish tension between the two main characters in this one.
Between May and the main character?
Guy who doesn't actually have white hair and her...
Don't remind me that he doesn't actually have white hair, Kyle. I hated that he didn't have white hair. It's so dumb, because it's hair. It totally looks like
I thought
hair.
it was white hair the whole time, and I was like... I didn't choose him because it wasn't white hair.
Really?
Yeah, I chose the girl.
Oh, wow.
There's like a weird, like, subtle, like, love relationship between the two characters. But they never actually say it because they can't, pretty much. It's too childish of a game. What was it? Oh, the house. One of them was just like there's robots, and you can't pass them because they'll like stop you, and then they ask you a trivia question, and if you answer wrong, you get sent back to the beginning of the room.
I think I remember that.
And like they get so dumb. The questions get so stupid. I was like, this isn't like, I'm not gaining anything about, like, at first I was like, I'll just guess and check until I get them all right. But then they just, like, each robot starts asking a different question each time. I was like, okay. And then they start getting so, like, ridiculous that I just went on the internet. But, like, like one of the robots' question is, like, which is worth more, buying 2 potions and selling a Pokeball, or, like, this plus this and this, or this plus this with this.
Wow.
And it's like, and you can choose one of them, or, like, all of them are the same. And it's just like... And, like, usually when they put that, like, all of them are the same, that's, like, the gimme. But then, like, they have that, like, the gimme one on all of them, and that's not always right. And then the last one, like, one of the questions is, like, how many signs are in this town? Like, one of the towns. I was like, what is this? This is the dumb, like, you gain nothing.
It's trivia, Kyle. Trivia.
It's trivial. These are totally incorrect, which is funny. Somebody made them. They fantasized them and were not correct. And you catch... There's like an extra... Oh my gosh. You beat the Elite Four and there's like an extra story called the Delta episode. It was so boring. It was so boring. You just endlessly have to click through like walls of text that are boring until you catch a Rayquaza. And like it all climaxes to you getting into a battle with Rayquaza, and I was like, I saw my Master Ball, and I just threw it. And I was like, that was it.
There you go.
That was such a boring Delta episode. It took so long. Took at least like an hour just to like burn through text pretty much. And then you fight Deoxys. Oh, spoilers. Spoilers!
Alright, we're done. Spoiled everything for everybody, Kyle.
Okay. We'll be back.
Yes, we will. Thank you guys for listening to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Podcast. I'm Matt Carter.
Kyle Oliver.
And, one more
Comments
thing.
and questions?
No.
Are we too exhausted?
Yes.
It is in the dark of the night.
If it wasn't late, we could go on forever, but I have to get up for work at some point tomorrow.
But
don't forget this questionnaire.
Oh, nice.
How do you feel about going first?
It's on the main page of the podcast page, ycgpodcast.com. And by the way, if anybody got my Anastasia reference,
I got that.
Hats off.
Yeah, I make those all the time.
Yeah.
All you have to do is you have to click on it. Little graphic, little icon thing. Just got to click on that. And you got to go to... Or maybe not. There we go. You just got to go to the turn order site if it will load. But maybe it won't.
Yeah. But you'll click on it and it'll give you the survey and you'll take it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yes. And then it'll go into our database. Looks just like this.
Yes. Selecting turn order, a YCG podcast survey. It's a short survey. You want to know how short it is? 2 questions.
And then you click submit.
Turn order. Then you click submit. And thank you to everyone who has seen the survey, done the survey. I really appreciate it. It is very awesome of you guys. You are part of something that is cool. So thank you.
Oh. So there was 2 ice cubes that were cut off of a glacier. And one of them said, "You are a part of something that is cool."
Okay. So thank you guys for listening to that. We will...
We'll see you next time with the comments. Not the comments and questions next time, as well as the end of the pack discussion. We'll be back later.
Bye, guys.